Welcome to All Systems Go.
Thank you for
We're
having
playing.
You.
Oh, we're playing Humblewood, as we have been for the past several months, barring a several month break. Also,
Good question. Did we take a longer break than we've been playing?
I don't think so. I
It's
don't know.
close,
I don't think
though.
so.
It's
It's
close.
not a definite answer, so that's
No.
bad.
We had to think about it, so.
We had to think about it. I'm Abby, the dungeon master for this D&D 5e campaign, and I have 4 lovely players who will introduce themselves. And the question this week is: you will choose your popcorn person and answer what is something they have that you wish you had too. And then the last person just has to do the first. It
What
can
is
be a
something
physical
they
thing
have
or
that
an
you wish you
emotional
had too?
thing. Yep.
Okay. I'll go.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Logan. I play Bohuckle Corriefeather, the blue chicken and de facto leader of this. I wish that I had the ability to make people listen to me as well as Mungojerry does, because he seems to say things, and sometimes they're nonsense, and yet people still believe him. He's so persuasive. And yet I give out great life advice and critical instructions that go totally ignored.
Fair. Fair. I mean, it's a gift. I am Sarah. I play Mungojerry Corriefeather, the bard and de facto nosy godfather of this this here group. I'm also the uncle of Bohuckle. What does Mungojerry wish that he has? Mungo wishes that he had Rutherford's kind of gravitas, panache. You know, everybody just sees Mungo as like old, fun, crazy Mungo. They do listen, but they still kind of are like, this guy's a little out there. Rutherford's just got something that makes people think like trust him. He might be a little shifty sometimes, but he's got authority. So yeah.
It's the imperialist history. The accent really helps with that. Hi, I'm Connor. I'm playing Rutherford Babbington.
Bohuckle.
Rutherford who?
He's been adopted! He's a chicken
Yes.
too now!
I am too a chicken.
Fox among chickens. Ooh.
Yum. Rutherford is the de jure leader of the group.
Du jour.
And he envies that Ori is somewhat inflexible. If like you got a sense of what's right, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna, like nothing's gonna stop you from doing it. Rutherford can sometimes weasel his way out of situations that he finds uncomfortable instead of just dealing with them and making it happen the way it's supposed to happen. Or he's very blunt. Rutherford wishes he had some of that.
Well, you just got the full character rundown of Ori Whitewing, my character. I'm Sean. I play the blunt and morally inflexible owl.
Yes, exactly.
Luckily, his morals are, I think, on the right side of history, unlike maybe one member of our group. Let's see. Now, Ori wishes that I guess he wishes that he had Bohuckle's maybe we'll say single-minded tenacity. Bohuckle just seems to, people think that about Ori, but Ori is willing to change tactics, but Bohuckle really just doubles down on what he thinks needs to be done and who he thinks needs to be chastised. And sometimes that is an admirable trait that Ori wishes he had. So
Very good.
there's the group.
I didn't decide who was gonna do recap. Sarah, you want to?
Oh, yes. You want to recap? Okay. So we went to the Scorched Grove. Along the way, we encountered a fiery ghost that had, and we may have killed one bush but saved another bush. We solved the fiery ghost problem. Great. Got to the Scorched Grove, encountered a lava snake, killed said lava snake, and then awoke the aspect of fire, which is like a giant fiery volcano man living in the living in the Scorched Grove. Then we went back. We said, "Hell no, we can't deal with that right now." And we said, "We're only getting paid 25 gold for this. This is not worth it." So we skedaddled on back to the city, and we gave the council a piece of our mind. One of the pieces being we need help from the Avium because nobody there seemed to have any clue about anything that was going on.
Oh no!
So we have a requisite to go to the Avium to get help to fight Volcano Boy in the Grove.
Volcano Boy.
Volcano Boy. That's my
Volcano Boy
recap.
is knockoff Lava Boy.
Knockoff Lava Boy. And somebody graduated from a seedling to another
Sapling.
level
Like
that is
a-
not
like a-
sapling.
I don't, not a sapling, like a.
Oh, and Sean got a great helmet. He got a sacred helmet of
I did get a
people.
good helmet.
Did get a good
A
helmet. A
Sacred helmet
sproutling.
of being a not a sapling.
A sproutling.
A sproutling.
What did I get? I got a feathered helm, but I got the Gallus feather helm, which lets me cast Bless or Aid.
Oh, we met Ophelia in the Scorched Grove, who's another Gallus,
Mhm.
and a tender.
Mhm.
In addition to Tevor
tender.
being a chicken, I know she is a literal chicken tender. She was almost a toasty chicken tender too, until we saved her.
She was pretty toasty.
So yeah, so I feel like we are headed to the Avium, which has
Yep.
a 50-50 track record in our book of people
On
we've met from the
producing
Avium.
good students.
Yeah, producing moral students.
Oh, did we decide it was 50-50? I was about to say it's like a 33.
Yeah, I think it's probably lower than that.
Probably lower. I thought it was 50-50, but we'll find out.
I think your sample size is low,
It's true.
but it's about to go up a lot.
That's true.
Perfect.
I don't know if that's
You did get a reward for the last bit. I think it was 500 gold to be spent anywhere in Alderheart.
Mhm.
Would you like to go shopping for anything? If not,
Well, let's get basic supplies. Do we want like a cart to haul things? How far is the trek to the Avium? I suppose.
so you can go one of two ways. You can go on the long road around the forest, which I think takes like 5 days, or you can just take the road, and that takes like 3 days. I
So-
don't know. You can decide.
Wait, so the road is safer and faster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what's the appeal of the other choice?
I'm contractually obligated
It's
to
an
tell you
option?
that it is a choice.
All right. Well, I think we take the road. So let's bring 8 days worth of food.
Uh-huh.
What's the use of the beetles that Sean has? They have any help
Well,
in road
They're
travel?
riding beetles, but there's only 2 of them.
Can they
We
also
could use
pull
one
I
for
haven't-
the
I
pack
haven't-
animal.
Brought them into existence yet, I believe. So they're currently still a pocket in
I
my.
say we take it to Elsa? What is her name?
Eliza.
Eliza.
We say, Eliza, what is the best thing you can give us for 500 gold?
It's
And
not a
leave best
bad
up
option.
to her discretion.
Yeah, that's not a bad option.
The other thing is, Connor, I can forage food for people every day, technically, for
Okay.
free.
I can also give you
As
a
long
good
as they're-
berry, and then you don't need to eat.
Oh, that's true as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
don't you
this-
like summon a
Yeah,
pot?
I am walking
Yep, walking
buffet
food.
table.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that at all. I guess
I could
do we?
even provide water if we wanted.
My question is, Sean, are these beetles a bonded pair, or are they? Is it a we
They're
have
separate.
a
We
beetle,
could
and then when
just
that
do
one
one.
dies, we've got a
Rehome one
backup
separately.
I think if I did them both at the same time, then yes, they would be a pair for life. But it might be cruel and unusual punishment to only summon one beetle, knowing that we have
I mean,
two.
it is
but
the Humblewood.
we
love
could make that
beetles.
moral decision.
It's because I'm just suggesting maybe a cart, so we don't have to walk, and if we to bring back any tomes of mountain fire giant slaying or ballistas of the sea
Well,
god.
They're not.
or
They're
anything.
gonna have a single bucket as help for us. They're gonna say,
Oh.
"Thank you for making this journey.
Mhm,
Here's a
mhm,
bucket of water."
mhm.
That's
Well.
all the help that the entire school can give you.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm not too worried about a cart. If we really need one, I bet we could pick one up at the Avium.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything particular that Ori needs. We're not expecting any particular dangers on the road, are we? I mean, the Avium's a magical place. It's gotta have magical items, right?
I mean, we've encountered what? We've encountered
Ostensibly.
frogs and steamy steamers, and we've
Slimes.
We're on a road. Roads are so safe. We were just told the road is safe.
Well,
she was
I mean, I think
contractually
the last-
obligated.
The last time, the last time you encountered something on the road was bandits, and you've solved the bandit problem allegedly.
The bandit
Oh,
problem was pretty
We
easy.
have a month. I think we were like, we have a month, and then negotiations will
Mhm.
ensue or something.
Okay, well, I vote we just spend
does
the
that
500
500
gold.
have to be spent in
Alderheart?
Alderheart, though?
Yes.
That's not money.
Fuck.
It's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a coupon. Damn them.
Oh,
There's
fuck.
coupon clipping councils. We'll save it.
If
Is there an
drug
expiration date on this
dealers
coupon?
accept government requisition forms, we can buy a bunch of cocaine, go play some blackjack. But
Well,
that's
Should we
it's
like-
start
escalated
an
really
illegal
quickly.
trading deal?
we can become the bandits now that the competition's been eliminated.
We buy
Oh
enough
my
drugs to
gosh.
get the lava boy, fire boy, volcano boy,
Mhm.
addicted,
Mhm.
and then he has to ask nicely for additional, and then he has to stop.
Are we worried that he might
Addicts
go on a
are also
drug-fueled
known to ask
rampage
nicely for
through the
things that they
forest?
want.
No.
Hmm. Or are
I
you worried
say
about
we go-
withdrawals on a mountain?
Let's just ask Eliza what she got for 500. Eliza, for 500, please.
Okay, you all go to Eliza's shop. Eliza greets you. She, I think, has an assistant that you guys have never met before. She's got like a little what are the falcon people called?
Raptor.
Raptor. She's got a little raptor assistant who looks young and is like following her around and taking notes on inventory and things like that. And she's excited to see you guys, and you present to her your piece of paper worth 500 gold. And you're like, what's the best you can do? And she brings out, like, has it in her little paw, and then she extends it to you. And you see in the palm of her hand a tiny looking silver feather, like it's like an inch long. And she's like, I have this, but I don't know what it does.
Eliza, this is becoming a problem.
Classic. Classic Eliza.
Do you know what anything does?
Well, I know what this could do, but I'm not sure of what it could be. You could use it, and it could be an anchor, or a huge bird, or a fan, or a swan boat, or a tree, or a whip, and those are your options. But I'm not sure which.
Why would
Is
it be
it-
anything except a bird or a swan? Like
Swan
what-
boat.
Swan boat. Okay. But why would it be an anchor?
Well, we do
It's a
always
feather.
need a swan boat.
Wait, I'm sorry. How do we turn it into that?
You
And does it turn back?
touch it
Uh huh.
with intent, and no, it
Okay.
disappears.
It's a one-time random object.
It's a one-time.
love
Here's
it.
a
But-
boat.
It's not random because
It's
it is
been
set to do
predetermined.
something, but I don't know what it is.
But we just don't know what it is. So it's a Schrodinger's bird feather.
Can I investigate this or do an Arcana check or something
Yeah,
to
you can do an
determine what the
Arcana check.
function is?
You flip it over, there's been an inscription the entire time that says swan boat.
Yes, exactly. 15.
Okay, you know what feather tokens are. She's described it. There's no way to tell, like, other than the identify spell. There's no way to tell which one it is. But you could identify it.
I don't think that's a spell I have.
You have spells?
I do have spells, thank you. I've got a illusory script.
So
When?
useful.
Since not
Since you
the-
took the magical trickster
Yeah.
thing.
Since you've seen me cast Booming Blade.
That's true.
The most stealthy spell.
Well, sometimes you gotta break out of stealth. You know? Sometimes that cover's already blown.
When the illusory script fails.
Yeah.
Okay, Eliza, what else do you got? I don't know if we're sold on this. There wasn't a big reception to it.
No.
So, like,
I mean, we could identify it at the Avium, maybe.
with your discount, I could also, and she rushes back and brings back a ring. And this ring, she holds it out, and it's a silver ring with a feather that's like an inch long. She's like, this ring!
Does it turn into a swan boat?
Is it the same
No.
thing?
It's not the same thing. This ring stops you from hurting yourself when you fall.
That is
Jerry,
good.
You could finally be in the trees.
You have nothing to be afraid of.
Wait. Are you sure? Have you tried it out before?
Have I tried it out? I mean, I
you
can-
see his little feathery fingertips, like reach for it. That does seem awful comforting.
So it does. You have to bond with it. So it won't work if you try it now. You have to.
Good to know before we get
I
that way.
bond with inanimate objects extremely well.
It's a known
How long
history.
does it take for it to work?
An hour.
Okay, and does it is it a one-time save or is it always?
No,
you know,
forever.
Forever.
I think this would be good for group morale.
I agree. It might enable us to, enter some buildings we previously couldn't.
Unlocking so much.
There's a whole second story to this campaign.
It's been 2 floors this whole time. Well, if I mean, are we sure we don't want the swan boat? I don't want to take up all of our spend all our money in one place.
We're nowhere near any water. And I don't think an
None of
anchor
us
would
are
do as well
particularly
in any
aquatic
context.
birds.
I don't remember what the other options were, but those are the best ones, so let's not.
Whip. I think whip was one of them.
Whip was
There's
enticing,
something
Whip
about
but
a
is
tree.
It's like, well, it's up to you, one father or the other. Those are the best things I have right now.
You just see Mungo like petting the ring.
I think it's fine.
My precious.
My precious. Woo!
All right.
Mungojerry now feels invincible, and everyone's gonna have to live with the consequences of that.
Great.
We're gonna hand over that promissory note.
Scratch off
Perfect.
whatever, write
She
the change
takes
on
it.
it.
She writes a number that's more than 500 on the back. She's like, "This is part of your discount. It's fine."
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure,
And then
yeah.
she
As long
keeps
as we
it.
don't have to
It's
pay
like
for it.
a coupon. Yeah. Here's your ring, Sarah.
Well, don't you have
Woohoo!
glide, or did you get rid of glide when you took your background? or
No,
whatever
I
that
still
thing-
have glide, but mentally I don't have glide.
We're giving it to the person who could physically already do this.
But Mungojerry does not feel equipped to do that.
Love
At
it.
some point, we'll replace the ring with a fake ring. When
Yeah.
Mungo takes an
You can
actual
sell it
fall,
back.
the instincts will kick in, and then I will wear the ring so
This
that
is
all of us
just-
can be fall-proof.
This is
Babe.
therapy, like when you have to
It's
confront
exposure
Yeah.
therapy.
exposure therapy.
There you go. Yeah, that's fine. I think Mungo respects that plan of action too.
Say, Eliza, so you don't know what this feather token does.
No.
We're going to the Avium. They can identify things there. Could we perhaps take that for you and get that identified? You'd be able to get more for it if you knew specifically what it was.
See, I would, but I think I knew at one point what it did.
That's not reassuring. You used to know a
I
lot
could
of
figure out
things.
what it does right now.
Yes, but then she just has a mundane boat to sell or something. That's a lot less manageable than a token.
Huh? There's a service that I will offer to you.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Doop-a-doop-doop-doo.
Are you both making
20.
persuasions?
I don't know what Logan's rolling for.
No, just you.
Point.
Yeah, she's like, that makes sense. Just but you promise, pinky promise not to use it, because if you use it, then I don't have anything.
Well, understandably. Look, if push comes to shove and we have to use it, you'll be compensated for the value of the item.
Perfect. Sounds like a deal. She hands
Sounds
it
like
over.
Rutherford agreed to that deal.
So just don't use
Mystery
it. And then you'll be fine.
feather token.
There's so many magic items now.
Okay, well, it sounds like we don't need to do any other prep. We don't need food. We don't need a cart. We don't need
Havor,
water.
he's not coming with us, right?
No. Havor has been reunited with Havo. And
And-
they've taken a small vacation to
For
a
their
village
hard work.
nearby, for their hard work.
Well, no rest for the wicked. Let's get going to the Avium.
Yeah, on to the Avium.
Because it's not like there's a giant fire monster 3 days from
Semi-awake.
Alderheart.
Mhm. And the tenders just feel it prudent to, cash in their PTO. That's fine. That's fine.
We won't hold it against them. I mean, a sapling would never.
No, absolutely not.
You don't get PTO yet. You haven't been with the company long enough.
Sproutlings don't get PTO.
The company vesting program is they just plant like a fruit tree for you, and then in 20 years you can sell the fruit for your retirement plan.
That's good.
Unfortunately, a lot of those were located in the
Scorched
Grove.
Grove.
Yeah, that was a real big economic downturn, and it just kind of wiped out the entire tender pension plan.
Amazing. All right, you guys hit the road. The road is pretty safe, and you see in your travels, there's like reformed bandits that are like learning from the Purge Guard, and they're patrolling the roads and trying to keep everybody safe. On the second day, as you are traveling down the road, the forest at night becomes kind of eerily quiet. Usually there's like cicadas and I don't know, fireflies and like ambient things, and there's no fireflies and there's no cicadas and there's no sounds. And it's kind of spooky. Each of you make perception checks.
Could I argue for a survival check
Sure.
as someone who's spent a lot of time in the forest?
Yeah, I was about to argue for nature, perhaps.
I think not nature, but survival
Not
is
nature? Okay.
I'm currently working on my musical ballad of the Tenders, so I perceive nothing.
Apparently, we're all listening to it.
It's a very good song.
That was such a bad vote, Connor.
It was.
2 and a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good job, Sean. Okay, so I'm gonna say Ori is leading the way, and everybody else is
That'd be
singing and
typical.
like snapping to the beat or whatever's happening with Mungo
All right, now
Jerry.
you're the tree. Okay, yeah, no, okay, good.
The forest is less eerily quiet because you have sounds behind you, but Ori, your ears pick up on nothing in front of you, which is unexpected. And since you're in front, you see this first, and everybody else is distracted. There is a burly mawpock with matted fur, missing in patches, sitting on the road ahead, and he's just picking his teeth with a dagger. Like,
Oh.
and he's looking at you. He wears studded leather armor and has a rapier sheathed at his hip. He kind of eyes you with malicious looking intent as you approach. And then he stands, and he's like nearly 6 feet tall, which is quite tall for a mawpock. And he goes,
It's a big mawpock.
it's a big mawpock. He goes, well,
It's
well.
mawpock of the year.
Mawpock of the month, Sean. Get it right.
I know. He's so big, he's mawpock of the year. He's 12 mawpocks of the month put together.
He goes, well, well, if it isn't Alderheart's lackeys. And he pulls his rapier out and he goes to attack you.
This is so unprompted,
This
sir.
is so
Please.
rude.
It's like no witty repartee.
I instituted a Mawpock of the Month program, and this does not feel very welcoming.
I'm a friend of all mawpocks.
Mawpocks.
We just rolled up on a Elden Ring field boss.
Oh, we did.
But there's so many different mammals.
There's
so many little
different
mammals. Is this a gerbine in there?
Do you know Iggy?
I thought this road was safe.
Initiative. Everybody in back is surprised the first round.
Well, that's just devastating. I
Yeah.
don't like being surprised.
What?
Really sinking in those. I like to let them come to me.
The only one.
Yeah,
not
look at that
surprised.
3.
It's just gonna be a really
So
fast
if we're
chant. I'll
surprised,
go,
does that
and then
mean
y'all
we
will go.
lose? We don't get to act.
They get one free round on
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you miss your first turn. Did I have him selected? Good. Good. Okay. So many character sheets, so little time.
So many
What do we got?
mammals.
Oh my gosh, we got a lot of Vulpin, or not a lot. Sorry, multiple Mopok, a Vulpin.
Is that a Vulpin? Yeah.
I think so.
Here's this guy.
And a future.
Ooh.
Whoa, crawl.
He is
Wow.
angry.
Oh,
He looks
he
not
does
happy.
look intense.
Sir, we personally talked to Benna Saradin. I'm sorry, like, who are you?
What would Benna have to say about this behavior?
What would Benna have to say?
If Benna was here, she would be disappointed.
So I feel like I'm still getting you guys in a musical, like we're still in a musical number.
yeah.
While
We
Sean,
don't even know what's happening.
Sean has just had this interaction.
Ori's like picked up his axe and shield, but he's also caught by surprise somehow. He was expecting a chance to talk, and this man's already charging us with a rapier.
And I feel like I'm gonna be like, now feel the fear. You know, the trees and the great, aspect of fire has appeared in.
There's a blood red light on Kroll as he... He's running
I feel
towards
like
us.
The woods are shaking or whatever. and
Yeah,
it's
the thundering,
fire.
the stomping.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, and
this as
So
okay.
all of my narration is perfectly timed with what he's doing, so that it feels very
What is this?
dramatic.
I need to make sure I can do this.
Do they give you
I
a
don't
box
like
of
Abby needing
refreshments?
this much time to think about things.
60 feet. Okay, perfect.
Nope.
60
No.
feet!
Nope,
Yeah.
I don't. Do
Yeah,
not
yeah,
appreciate
okay.
it.
So, the Mungo singing, the fox / Vulpin and back, casts spiritual weapon next to Ori.
Is
And
this
will-
what this is?
Yeah, that's what that is.
The box.
That's
That is
okay.
The spiritual weapon is a box.
It's a bench. And
It's
that
a
hits
bench.
for 23.
Well, that hits.
Okay. 11 force damage.
What is forest damage?
Force damage.
Force,
That makes
force.
way more sense.
It
Oh
is
my
force
God,
damage also, you must take.
Yeah, and I'm like, and a great cry of pain comes from the forest.
Thank you.
A brilliant
And
white bench of light comes out and smacks Ori across the face.
Ooh, that was good, Ori. Remember
It's
that.
almost like a wrestling move. It's like, get the chair, get the bench.
Finish him.
Or it's like, oh, I haven't seen that one in years.
you get wallop, and she moves back. Rutherford, you're surprised.
Mhm.
Bohuckle's surprised. Crawl is the leader. He will move up 30 feet. Here. He will make 3 melee attacks apparently.
Apparently.
Well,
I love this for us.
we don't even know
Oh,
what's
no.
happening yet. You're just
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the ground already.
Ori just dies.
A 25 hits you because it's a critical.
That hits. That's a critical.
This is a bad start.
This is why Abby's not allowed
To
to play enemies.
That's 19 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
it's also forest damage.
Forest, piercing forest damage.
Whoa, I have 2 health left.
An
That's
8
how many attacks he has
is the
left.
second attack.
That misses. Ori's
The
been
last one is
skewered
12.
through the heart. That also misses. Oh my
Good special
God.
effects, Ori. I think the blood is a bit graphic, but We'll workshop it.
I'm
Yeah.
gurgling.
Wow, yeah.
Blood is coming out of my beak.
I mean, the realism here.
Trees don't tend to have blood like that, Ori. I don't.
But
we
you
just-
know, it's the spirit that counts. We like where you're going with that. I feel like we're not even looking at you. Like we're just looking at each other and we're just hearing you.
Perfect. Perfect. This guy going to also move 30 feet, but that only gets him to there. So he will
Oh my word.
go up here, and he will throw a dagger at Bohuckle for 18.
18 hits.
3 piercing damage.
Oh my god! I'm devastated.
You think a little thorn has grabbed you?
You grunt, and I'm like, good, yes.
Use it.
And then he
Feel
looks
the
over
pain.
at Crawl and he's like, "Yeah, get him, boss!" Which is a bonus
you.
action help.
A bonus action help? He doesn't need help.
And then the 2 bandits that are in the forest will make short bow attacks. One against Mungojerry for an 11, and the other against Rutherford for a natural 1.
How do I know if something hits? Is it my armor?
Yes.
It is exactly
It's
the
gotta
same as my armor.
Meet
11.
it beats it.
Then it hits.
Okay,
Yeah.
then it hits.
5 piercing damage.
That wasn't so bad. Nah, I'm
And then
all right, right.
Not so, but yeah.
Ori, you, as the rapier gets pulled out of your body, you finally get to act.
Wow. Okay. Ori, I don't know, shrieks in pain. I think he goes sort of like, I imagine that the humble folk can almost like tap into their wilder, sort of animalistic, more base origins, and he lets out like a terrifying Strig owl screech, which will be my bonus action of second wind to heal myself. Let's pray to the gods that this is a high 10. No, it's not.
Pretty
I
low
heal
10.
6 health. So that puts me at 8. I don't know why my health's not updating correctly.
Mine isn't. Mine doesn't either. I feel like it just.
It looks fine on my screen.
Then
So.
I
Okay. All right.
will do a rip attack on this Mopok of the year, who I do not like. And I think, yeah, or he's just sort of in a bloodlust. He's like, this rapier comes out, he shrieks, and then he swings with his battle axe. I'm going to use Lucky on that, my new
Nice.
feat. So I get to roll an extra d20 before I know the results and choose which one I want to use. They're almost the exact same, but I guess I'll choose the 9 just in case a
Okay,
14
9 for a
hits.
14 to hit, 14 misses.
14 misses. Okay. I will then action surge so that I can attack again. But this time I'll do menacing attack. Taking advantage of my, even though he's pretty scary too, but I'm scary. Cool. I think a 20 hits.
20 is good. 20 hits.
Okay, so I'll 6 plus an 8. That'll roll real quick. 9 slashing damage, and then he has to make a wisdom save.
16.
Which I think has to be. Yeah, that succeeds.
Can I silvery barbs
Ooh.
that wisdom save?
What was that?
Oh, silvery
us.
Oh
barbs.
my god.
So as a reaction, I make him re-roll the d20. He has to use the lower of the two results.
5.
Nice.
That definitely fails.
What does silvery barbs look like?
Oh, I don't know. I think for Rutherford, it is distinctly magic, right? He is casting a charm of some kind, and like with his rapier as he draws it, like flicks out a sigil in the air, and then a spell like shoots out of the sigil and zaps him as he's like grimacing, and then his grimace turns into shock and surprise.
Cool. That was the frightened for 1 round.
Yes. Frightened for 1 round. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
A different creature you can see, you can choose yourself. So I will give myself advantage with that silvery barbs.
Perfect. Is that advantage on your next?
On my next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Perfect. Mungojerry, you're up.
All right, Mungo hears Ori's primal shriek, and he suddenly realizes that we have not been acting out the musical this whole time.
You
He's
also have a bolt sticking out of your shoulder.
I feel like I hear the shriek, I get hit, and then I like, see the puddle of blood sleep from Ori, from Ori's wound, and I turn around and I cast Cure Wounds on Ori because he's within reach.
Nice.
Many thanks. Ooh. Much better than my roll.
And I will also use my new... I can use cantrips and spells in the same... Nope. Okay.
No, almost all spells are in action.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I won't do that yet, then. Save that for later. I will...
Move.
Yeah, technically I'm not engaged with anybody, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think spiritual weapon can make opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I will move. Over here. I'm gonna take on this little Gerbean who viciously attacked my nephew. And that'll be it.
Okay.
Oh, and then I'll send a bardic inspiration to Ori as well, and I'll be like, get into character, Ori. Ori, you can handle this mop hook. He may be mop hook of the year, but you're Strig of the year. And I'll beef you up. I'm
Or
like,
he puffs
"You're
out
a
his chest
sa-
and more
you're
blood
a
keeps spurting out of that wound.
You're a sapling in my eyes." And I'll give you the bardic inspiration.
Thanks.
Perfect. All right. The seemingly cleric in the back is going to continue to use spiritual weapon on Ori. 19,
Oh my gosh, yes, that hits.
10 force damage.
Okay, yeah.
Is it this good?
yeah, level up your spiritual weapon, god damn.
And then she will cast Guiding Bolt at Mungojerry. 16.
That hits.
That does 11 radiant damage. And you are surrounded with like a glow that seems to suck in like things towards you.
So that sounds fun.
It's
Mungojerry, except
Well,
for
it's not
pain,
fun for
loves-
you.
He loves the effect, but not the pain.
Yeah. It's like you have a limelight on you.
It
Yeah,
is
he's
like
like-
a limelight.
Yeah, he's like the spotlight.
That's her
Alright.
turn, Rutherford.
Rutherford is going to move 60 feet up to this mob hawk over here
Mm-hmm.
with a bonus action dash, and then
Nice.
a regular action stab with a booming blade. That rolled damage, but not the attack. Okay, sure thing, game. That's totally fine. How about a 12?
It is
12 hit.
best.
Nice. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll take the
Yeah.
4 and 3 for 7 total damage.
You hit him with a booming blade, and you can see his body like nearly gives out. Just to, like you're like this is a sad booming blade, and this almost takes this guy out.
All right. Cool.
He's mop hawk of the day.
It's not even mop hawk of the hour, dude.
Yeah, true. Mop hawk of the minute.
Mop of the minute.
Bohuckle, you're up.
Well, what are you doing interrupting our rehearsal? You stop that. And I'm going to hold person on him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This one, the crawl. That is a wisdom save.
11.
He fails. He
Nice.
held,
Nice. Wow, that's really
Oh,
good.
Nice.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that.
and then
real
I
bad.
will step back
Uh,
here.
Perfect. He's held. He makes a save at the end of his turn.
It's a good kill.
I think he does.
Yeah.
8. Nice. Okay.
Oof.
The Gerbine next to Mungojerry is
He is
going to stab you with dagger.
stab with dagger.
13.
13 hits.
3 piercing damage, and he stab again with dagger. 11.
Wait, say that again.
Oh, to hit that.
Yeah, 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Yeah. How much damage?
4 piercing damage.
4.
3 and a 4.
3 and a
Such
4.
Little hits.
Yep. 7
So
damage total.
Yeah.
He stabs you twice, and then he looks over his shoulder at his boss, and he's like, "Boss, you gotta snap out of it. You're the strongest of us."
Oh my gosh.
Mapok bandits. The one next to Rutherford will pull out a short sword and make a short sword attack for 15.
15 just hits.
3 slashing damage.
Okay, I can live.
And the one that shot from down near the cleric will continue to shoot at Mungojerry with a crossbow. Short
Ah,
bow. I mean.
rude.
14.
That
2
hits.
piercing damage.
I'm just the tank now.
Good thing you got that constitution up.
It's a good thing. Okay.
That's all their turns. Ori is up.
I'm gonna yell, "Get that damn cleric!" As I keep batting this bench away from me with my shield arm, this ephemeral bench. And then I'm also going to... and then I will attack the Kroll, the Mopok of the year in front of me once again.
Have
I think I
advantage.
auto crit.
You have the advantage, and if you hit, it's an auto.
Yeah, you have to hit, but yep, that is correct.
Okay. That should be fairly easy. I will also do this as a menacing attack as well. Just in case. We'll see what happens. Okay, I hit.
Yep.
How are we doing crits? Did we
Regular
probably
way?
decided this?
I don't think we
Roll
talked
2
about it.
dice.
No
Yeah,
one's crit.
We'll just roll the damage dice again. So you get an extra D8.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna roll 3d8 because I also double my.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, 22
Wow.
damage.
Could have done better, but 22's not bad. Technically, he
Very
still needs to
good.
make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Against my menace.
11.
That fails.
Perfect.
He's still frightened as well, which unfortunately doesn't affect saves.
Anything else?
That's actually a really good question. I think I might. I might run after this cleric. Who's fucking me up?
I mean, I'm headed down that direction on my turn, so
Yeah, but how fast can you get there?
I can move 60,
You are fast.
or I can move 30 and be stealthy.
Yeah, I can't get there.
Okay, no, I won't. I'll move next to Mungojerry.
Nice. Okay, Mungo, you're up.
Woohoo! All right. Mungo, at this point in time, emits a sudden loud ringing noise, and will use shatter.
Oh.
So that the sphere, is in between both Crawl and the Gerbine. So it should get them both.
Okay, yep.
Please don't shatter me.
I won't shatter you. I'll put it just one tile up.
Perfect. Is that a con saves?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Crawl gets a 17. And the Gerbine gets an 11. So the Gerbine fails and takes 13 damage. Crawl takes half. Perfect.
Okay. And
Does Mungojerry emit ringing sound from his... Like, does he scream a ringing sound? What?
I think you know how roosters cock-a-doodle do.
Yeah.
I think it is like the worst version of that you have ever heard. Like he's just kind of achieved some weird internal resonance that comes through his like little wobbly throat.
His waddle.
His waddle, thank you. His waddle and the cockles on his head, and he just kind of like achieves a volume you think, a resonance and a volume you would not have thought possible.
You have a little opera singer moment.
Yeah,
it's
Out
shatter.
of the glass.
It's the
Yeah.
perfect resonant frequency from mammalian bones.
Perfect.
Great. And I will, after having do that, give a bardic inspiration to Rutherford. And just be like, be the tree! and like give him an encouragement within the context of this play.
Beautiful.
That's that.
Okay. Cleric's turn. She's gonna move spiritual weapon and smack. For
What's
16.
this spiritual weapon? With a 16,
Yeah.
that misses.
Oh, good. Okay.
Thank God. I'm finally getting the hang of it.
Praise, praise!
And then, what's the range on this?
You get that off of me.
Oh yeah. Okay. She'll cast Guiding Bolt on Bohuckle.
Do I have cover? If there's 2 trees between us?
3 trees.
3, really.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that does indeed.
I don't
I'm
either.
Gonna ask for it.
If it's like full cover, it's disadvantage on the attack, I think. Partial cover
So
is
move over
plus 2
here, and
AC.
you can have a plus. Is it +2? Is light cover or whatever?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay, 15.
Misses. Oh,
Perfect.
we didn't even need to have that conversation.
It's good.
Rude lady.
She's a rude lady. Rutherford.
This guy that's standing by me, I mean, he did not like that booming blade hit.
No.
Does he look like he could be convinced to not continue to fight?
Make an insight check.
Okay. That is definitely my best skill. +0,
Huh.
12.
12. Absolutely.
Alright, I stab him anyway. 23 to hit.
In true Rutherford
How
fashion.
much damage you do?
Enough.
Yeah, he dies.
Yeah.
You know, in your heart of hearts, he could have been redeemed, and you kill him.
It's too bad. Picked the wrong day to stab me and shoot my friends with an arrow. Rutherford, if I move to here, do I have
Yeah.
enough cover to hide? Or am I still kind of like not close enough to the base of the tree?
You could hide from the two down here, I think.
That's
there.
what I'm looking for.
Yep.
So then I will bonus action hide.
Roll that.
17.
You have advantage from
I have
cloak?
both boots and a cloak.
Boots and cloak. Okay, yep. Perfect. That's it.
Mhm.
Bohuckle.
How does Crawl look?
It's hard to tell because he can't move. But he's a pretty raggedy looking Mopok to begin with.
Gonna walk up to him.
Yeah.
Gonna walk up to him with a scolding finger, and then
Uh-huh.
when I get to him, I'm gonna touch his nose and cast necrotic wound.
What is
Jesus.
necrotic wound?
Or inflict wound, sorry.
Okay, okay.
It's an
Inflict
necrotic
wound.
boop.
There's like
Inflict-
necrotic touch mixed with
Nope.
inflict wound.
Inflict wound.
Ooh, that.
Which is attack roll.
You have advantage.
15.
15 hits.
So this is 6d10 damage.
This could really fucking
Yeah.
hurt.
His face just decays away.
His patchy fur just all falls off.
He's got mange.
39
my
damage.
God.
If he has
What
enough
is-
to survive that and my crit,
Please describe what this looks like because now he's dead.
very dead.
I think I walk up to him,
Not very
scolding
dead.
him.
Pretty close to dead.
Oh god. I walk up to
It's
him,
terrifying.
scolding him, and I say at the very, what do I say? No. And that was not nice, and I touch him and his head explodes.
What a
Okay.
cute game, Humble.
We
You
all
woodland
just-
critter
We
game.
suddenly feel very afraid of Bohuckle's people.
And then I look at that cleric.
Get a free intimidation check.
The Gerbine thief that was looking over his shoulder telling Crawl to snap out of it because he was the strongest of them all, sees this happen, disengages and runs this way. The Mopok bandit down here will continue to shoot Mungojerry.
Do we get to attack an attack of opportunity for the disengage of the thief?
No, because he disengaged, you don't get an attack of
He took the action to
Disengage
avoid
capital D.
those.
Okay.
21 hits for 2 piercing damage.
I'm just getting annoyed by these arrows. I'm just like,
You're growing a collection. Or he's just plucking them out and putting them in his quiver.
He's gonna run over here. Ori, you're up.
I'm up. Wow. Oh, so close. Let's see. I will. What does this do? Oh, that won't help me. Oh. What will I do? I will dash down here. I think I can have a movement of 70 with dash. So close. Can I throw my battle axe? Just chuck it at her. No, I dashed. I can't. I don't have an action. I'm gonna stare at her and I'm gonna be like, I'm the bench now.
You have a bardic inspiration. Did you use that?
It doesn't. It's not gonna.
Oh.
I don't have a roll I can make. I'm just running very quickly.
You're just a runner. Okay, you look at her intimidatingly. Mungojerry, your turn.
Huh. What do I want to do? So many people to scold, so little time. Let me see how far this Gerbine is. I am going to run up to the Gerbine and say, "You're not getting away that easily, my lad." And stab him with a rapier.
Okay,
15.
15 hits.
One.
One still kills him.
I laugh in mad laughter, thinking I have just done the best sword attack ever, not realizing it was only one that was needed. Great.
Good job.
It's all about where that you place that 1 point of damage.
Yeah, that's true. It's a precision
the heart.
hit. Anybody want a bardic inspiration? Otherwise, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm done.
Cleric. What is she gonna do? I think she will cast. What level is she? Okay. She'll cast Sacred Flame at Ori, which is a dex
She-
save.
Does not like it.
Okay, don't tell me.
I think she feels threatened.
Okay,
If you fail.
no. Because I can use lucky again.
I mean, how much
Who
HP
cares
do you
about luck
have?
points? 7.
Oh,
You're probably
Which,
fine.
if it's 2d8
you're
or
probably
2d,
not.
I'm probably not fine.
But you also, you're gonna spend a lucky point on this.
I have 3.
All right.
Yeah, I'll totally take that 17.
Yeah, 19 total succeeds. She will curse at you as you dodge her attack. She will point at her spiritual weapon, which will smack Bohuckle.
The bench.
For 12, which I think misses.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
then
my
she's
God.
going to run this way. I think that's all she's got. Yep. Okay. Rutherford.
Still just in range. So I'm hidden behind this tree. I will
Yep.
draw my bow, knock an arrow, and shoot her in the knee. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
She takes 19 damage.
Oh,
my
shit.
gosh, that's a good sneak attack.
That's
That
good.
is a good
Make
sneak
that
attack.
Con save for concentration.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So she has
It's
to...
not a concentration
It's not
spell.
concentration.
Oh, you're kidding.
Spiritual weapons, not concentration?
Oh, it's so good.
That's illegal. I think they made it concentration in Baldur's Gate because that's too good.
Okay, you do hit her right in the knee where you were aiming for, and she like falls to the ground a little bit, but is not dead yet. Bohuckle.
30 plus 15, 45 plus 30 is not 100.
75.
I mean, if she could hit me with the Sacred Flame, I can hit her with the Sacred Flame.
She hit you with spiritual weapon.
Oh. Okay,
But
well,
she
I
tried to
can
do a
still-
sacred flame a little while ago.
I can still move 45 and then target her with the 60-foot.
She did guiding bolt before,
We're
which is
we're 100. So that's 105. Okay, that math works out. I'll jump there. And Sacred Flame. Dex?
Yep. Okay. 14.
Miss. Wait. Ugh. 16.
We're not very high level yet.
This number just went up and it's still not high enough. That's all.
Dervine Thief is dead. Moplock Bandit. He's gonna yell. He's gonna be like, Shyla, don't worry, I'll protect you. And he's gonna run up and try to stab you with a short sword. 16.
Misses.
It's your turn.
I bat his sword away. Say, this isn't a fight you want to make, lad. I'm just gonna run over to this lady. I do not like her.
Okay,
I will take
he'll
the
make an attack
opportunity
of
attack.
opportunity. 11.
Miss. Okay, I run over to her. I will do a trip attack with my battle axe. Fuck. I guess I'll use Bardic Inspiration just in case. Are those D8s or 6s right now? Sarah.
6s?
D6 on your Bardic Inspiration?
Sorry.
I
I
think
think
6.
that would make sense. 8 would be too good. It's 6s. Oh, but I rolled a 6. 13?
13 misses.
Fuck. Okay. I hate her.
Jerry,
That
it's your
will be
turn.
the end of my turn. Oh, Mungo.
Ooh, what
What
does
you gonna
Mungo
do?
want to do? Mungo. I think Mungo will move his full 30. And then... Here-ish, I guess. Yeah. And then... Actually... let me see how far away I am from everybody else. Okay. So I'll cast Shatter again. So you hear another, it's within 60 feet. So I will do it just on the other side of the cleric, so that Ori does not get hit. And so the great whirring sound of Mungo emanates from afar, and he's this cleric has hit both Ori and now Bohuckle has been targeted. So Mungo is just like over it. So we'll cast them one more time.
Oh my gosh, that's so much
Whoa.
damage. She
Nice.
failed her con save. So you get in the stance to make this horrible sound again. You make this horrible screeching sound, and you see this fox's ears start to bleed, and then her eyes start to bleed, and then like her head similarly kind of just explodes in blood.
And that's what I have to say about that.
That's what you get for interrupting the play.
Turned to jelly, and she just sort of like flops on the ground.
I think what we've learned here is that you don't mess with the Gallus. Really.
Rutherford, you're up.
Okay, well, from my hidden perch in the tree, I will shoot again. 17. 19 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
He did, okay.
You snipe him.
I climb down from the tree and say something to the effect of, can we please do this with less head exploding next time? That's a bit much, I think.
Ori just takes a
You
sit.
know. I didn't mean for that to happen, really. I just, sometimes things get out of hand.
Yeah, that should go out of hand. You should have seen how rude they were. They interrupted our play.
Hey,
I
interrupted us.
was there.
Skewered this one right through the body.
Yes, that was quite violent. He probably deserved it. But yes. You
Look at
understand,
how many
Michael.
arrows they stuck in me.
She's a porcupine. I don't even know what those are called in this world.
Some form of hedge.
Oh,
Glad I have 7 HP after all.
We're matched, twinsies.
Twins. How much did you have total, Ori?
Oh, I have 32 total.
Oh, I have 34.
Then I healed myself for a lot.
You did. And I
Plus
healed
you
too.
healed. I mean, that's really what I mean. You did more healing than I did.
Rutherford will walk over to Kroll's goo pile.
Mhm.
And just
He
give
has
it
a body.
give it a quick check for, notes of instructions from Benna or anything like that that's incriminating. And
So
gold.
he has a little bag that has 2 rubies in it that are worth 600 gold pieces each, a small
Whoo!
sapphire worth 200 gold pieces, and a set of wind chimes that has like 5 bars that chime.
One of these things is not like the other.
So we had
There's
two
no
600 gold rubies.
He was
There's no
really
notes.
stressed. He needed some soothing tones.
Mhm.
I put 1400
He-
GP of gems in my
A lot of
inventory.
rage.
Yeah. He also has the studded leather armor that he was wearing, a plain rapier, and then a rapier that seems to be high quality. And on the pommel, it has the insignia of the Bandit Coalition.
Ooh, how high quality.
It is meant to be like special offhand parrying high quality thing.
Fortunately, none of us use rapiers.
Interesting.
So if you are proficient with short swords or rapiers, either, you can use your reaction to parry a melee attack that targets you, and that adds +2 to your AC, and that uses your reaction.
It's like a little main
Yeah.
gauche situation. That's
Mhm.
neat.
Ganache.
Yes. Just a
Mm,
ball of
gouache,
chocolate.
Gouache.
Du jour, ganache.
I've got my Groucho Marx glasses on with my gaucho jeans. Eating my gazpacho. Well, I will, ask Mungo if you're interested in that, but otherwise, that sure sounds like it's right up my alley.
You should probably take it. I feel like.
'Kay.
Feel free.
She raised her
I
constitution
can
recently.
explode
She's
people.
fine. She's a
She's
tank.
sort of
Now.
already the tank. Yeah.
I didn't even get to use vicious encouragement, which is my new skill.
Vicious encouragement. I forgot. I was like, what is that? And then I
It's
remembered.
the Mungo
Okay.
Jerry version of vicious
The
mockery.
Mungo special. I would like to investigate this other head exploded person, this cleric, just in case.
The cleric has a emerald that looks amazing. That's worth 350 gold pieces. And she has
Oh my
3 spell
gosh.
scrolls that Bohuckle can identify as spiritual weapons, spirit guardians, and locate object.
Ooh.
Said spirit weapon, spirit guardian, and locate object?
Yep.
Okay. I have those written down. So I'll probably hand them over to Bohuckle for safekeeping. Probably more effective on you. Oh, Abjuration 8.
Ignore them.
While you're searching bodies,
Wow.
the other 3 weak ones have 270 gold worth of stuff on them.
Wow.
Do we have a party?
Apparently we just
fund
need to
that-
kill bandits. They
Yeah.
pay much better than the council.
I mean, this is the first time we've seen people with gems. Like, is this an unusual? Like, are we like they? And that the fact that they have so much high quality stuff, like the
Mhm,
other
mhm.
bandits we ran into, were not this competent.
Make a history
I mean, I
check.
think this scroll is. Can I help? I'll help.
Okay.
I want to see if I know any. I tend to be aware of like if there's bounties or like bandits since I travel the woods, kind of dealing with that stuff.
1-1 with help.
1-1 with
Crit?
help.
Oh,
I
Mungo! I swear we've heard of a
believe-
Kroll before.
I mean, it is quite a memorable name, and you know the whole Scar Eye situation. I mean, that is just chef's kiss.
I believe when you looted the bandit stronghold,
We did do that. That's true.
you
Indiscriminately.
We
Gems.
traded with them.
I'm pretty sure you got gems from there. So these gems, you remember back to that, and these gems look a lot like that. So these bandits might have taken gems to I don't know, form their own coalition or whatever.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah, is this
Benna-
bandit coalition new or is that the one that Benna
So the
was
symbol
leading?
matches what Benna is leading. It's
Oh,
the same
okay.
symbol.
Was Benna in charge, or was she like one of a bunch of different chiefs?
She was
that
in
are,
charge.
Like... Okay.
But
I think they
I'm sure
defected.
people were unhappy, and
I think
yeah.
somebody didn't get Mopok of the month, and I think he was upset about it, and he said, "I'm gonna start my own Mopok bandit band."
Yeah.
with gems and main gouges.
Yeah, man. But he knew
Main
about it. He knew
ganaches.
who we are, so it seemed like
I know.
he was looking for us.
That to me makes me think that it is
Uh.
a spin-off group because, like, if they were around and aware when Benno was negotiating, they might have been like, "Oh, those guys, you let them get away? Ah, screw this, we're leaving," and taking a bunch of gems and
You ruined our way of life.
exactly. I don't like this whole government situation. I'm leaving.
Seems likely. I mean, we could also check on a nearby town if there are any and see if they know anything. But I mean, we took care of the problem. The only thing I'd say
True.
is to look and see if there's a bounty to turn in on the next
Well, I won't really be
Avium,
able to
maybe.
identify him.
Oh, we have his rapier though. That's pretty iconic. And his wind chimes. He
Yeah.
never went anywhere without him.
So 2 things. Is somebody keeping track of money in total, or is everybody just writing down what they pick up?
I think I'm
Good
keeping track of
question.
my personal money. Though I did just write down the emerald for 350 from the cleric, plus those scrolls, and then I just wrote down 270. But I'm not adding it to like my money or anything.
Yeah, I've just got it written in my inventory. I just didn't know if we wanted to consolidate or not. So I've got
We should probably do that after the session is fine.
Okay.
Unless we need to make a big purchase.
Yeah. So these wind chimes, Abby, are they pleasant? Are they magical? Are they cursed?
Make an Arcana check.
You know
They
I'd
curse
love
you
to.
with coral madness.
18. I lose an eye and become
They
scarred.
seem magical, but you don't know what they do.
Well, thank God we're going to
Or
the
why don't you
Avium.
just ring them?
Well, no.
We don't need any more heads exploding.
Maybe they
Oh,
cast
what kind of
shatter.
wind chimes?
But they might actually.
Oh my god, if they cast shatter. I would like a rest before we start playing with any magical items of unknown repute.
I'm making a
Maybe we
stew.
scoot on down a
Yeah,
little
maybe
bit away
move down
from
the road. Yeah, from the melted bodies.
Yeah, get the bodies off the road into a pile, cover them with twigs and such, and then
Yeah, I mean
go
Ori
set
will
up
do
some
his
kind of a church
typical
camp.
burial, and I think he will try and do stones, but I think he's gonna want to rest first.
Yeah, I'd say Rutherford takes care of the bulk of it.
Short rest, please.
You short rest.
Please and thank you, DM. Spend those hit dice? What are those? How many
You
do
can
I
each
know?
have some food. This is for Ori, and for the other one,
The other one.
you.
Do I get
Or
eight?
the other one, and we don't even mention him.
Well, you don't even need help.
Yeah, I don't.
He's right as rain.
How do I short rest heal? How does that work again?
So you get the 8 that Logan just gave you,
Uh-huh.
and then
Put that in already.
Yep. Then you've got a button
Yep.
for hit dice. If you click that,
Mhm.
you'll roll hit die, and then so it'll roll 1. That's how much you heal off of 1 hit die.
Okay.
And if you need to heal more, you
Oh my
can roll
gosh.
another one until you're out of them. You should have 4.
Okay. I see.
I did this the hard way.
I'll roll again. Oh man, that's okay.
Well, you rolled really good, and that's really
Okay. You're all healed. You take a short rest. You continue on. Travel for a little bit longer through the night, and at some point long rest. When you all long rest, do you take watches?
I think
Yeah.
we do now that we've been attacked by
Sure.
bandits in the middle of the
Okay.
woods.
Okay. Bohuckle. During your long
Yes.
rest, watch.
Uh-huh.
You see, maybe you all have like a small like fire of embers or something that's not gonna smoke super bad. So you're sitting around that for warmth, and off in the distance, like you can see it against the like navy blue of the sky, like steam or smoke or something. Not too far away. Maybe like 100
Anything?
feet into the forest.
Oh, geez. Do I hear anything?
No.
Well, I'll be responsible. Wake up. Uncle. I'll wake you up so that it's 2 Galluses and we're both responsible.
And then he goes, what? Where? Let me at him. Oh, what?
There's some smoke or some steam over in the forest. I didn't want to go by myself, so I woke you up so we could go together.
All right, that was very responsible of you.
I
Let's
know,
leave
I'm
these
trying
two
to-
sleeping while we investigate.
Exactly. We will go.
Okay, are you approaching stealthily? Or are you just going?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's try and sneak
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
sneak.
yeah.
roll stealth.
I
We're
would
being
like to
responsible.
point out that I have Illurin boots,
Mhm.
so I do not make a noise.
I'd like to point out I have disadvantage because I make a lot of noise.
Uh-huh.
7.
Right. 13.
Okay. You approach in what you think is a stealthy manner.
Yeah, we're like, we're being very quiet. Oh, yes, we're doing
I
such
can't
a
hear you over my armor. Speak up.
Knock it. And we, yeah, we're just chatting away
I
under
think
our
we're-
breath,
yeah.
which is stealthy for us.
Yeah, we're like
Crunching
humming.
every branch.
We're like humming super secret spy theme song
Yeah,
as we like duck and roll.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Just two
Perfect.
Galluses sneaking up
Yeah,
on
you sneak up.
unsuspecting prey.
Mhm. And I think this world has normal sized fireflies that you have seen that look normal. They're like yellow, orangey colored lights.
I don't like
As
where
you
this is
start
going.
approaching this, you see like a light that blinks in a similar fashion, but it's like blue greenish. And then as you get close enough to see, you see like large fireflies. I don't know, maybe like 2 feet long. And on top of them are the little steam guys that you met before.
Yes.
There's a reoccurring cast of characters.
Steamy boys!
Remind me, could you talk to them? Who could talk to them? Who could?
No one.
We had one-way communication.
I can potentially talk to
Oh, you
them.
can understand them. That's what it is.
Understand them.
I can
They
potentially
can understand Mungojerry. No, yeah, Mungojerry can understand them.
I
That's
can
what-
understand them if I roll comprehend languages.
And they're just riding through the forest on their little big fireflies.
Are they like going somewhere? Are they just like going in a circle?
They're just like going,
Do they,
and then
do
they
they look
stop.
like they're having the time of their lives, or
They
is
do.
it-
They do.
Okay.
And they'll stop, and they'll like reach their hand out, and you can see like a little bit of, I don't know, water bubbles out of the ground and like start steaming, and they make this like nice steam pillar, and then they'll get out and like inspect it, and then get back on their fireflies and move on to the next spot.
Remind me, we have no concept of what these are. Like, we have no.
I don't think. I
Nothing.
think that you tried to research them, and I think you failed.
I think this is. I just wanted to remember that, like, they are totally foreign and unknown
Yeah, and all they did was
entities to us.
swear at you last time you tried to
Yeah.
understand them.
That's true.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, we know them. Oh, we don't have to sneak up.
Oh,
What? Oh,
what are you doing out
oh, we're
here?
having a party.
One of
These are
them
some
turns
rides you
around
got.
and looks at you guys, and then you can see it shake its head, and it like yells at you. It's like whatever, and
Do
then
we
they
recognize him?
like kick their fireflies into motion. The fireflies start flying. They start flying away from you.
Oh, they want us to follow them.
Oh, that must be it. We'll chase after them.
Yeah, we're just we need a little bit of exercise anyway. Yeah.
You can follow them pretty easily. They'll at some point stop like flying. They will land
How
again.
many? How many
Two.
of them are? Just
Oh,
two. Okay.
okay.
Is it the same two? As
You
before?
cannot tell.
I cannot tell.
Okay.
Would Mungo think they're the same? I think the answer is yes. He would assume that they're the same as before, and he would approach them as though we were friends. Because we got along so well last time.
This makes sense.
So I mean, yeah, Bohuckle. Oh, it's the same ones. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah,
met
I
them
can
before.
recognize them. They were so friendly last time.
Yes, I know. It's they're just making a little steamy hot bath for themselves, and it looks
Yes.
like they're doing it again.
Well, what are you doing over there? Waving? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Don't mind if we do.
Are they making another steam pile or
Yeah,
whatever?
they're making a steam. They like finished making a steam pile. You're yoo-hooing at them.
Yeah.
The one that looked at you and talked to you presumably before, like gets back on his firefly, talks to his friend, and then they turn around and come up to you and like look up at you.
Great. I would like to comprehend languages.
I'll point at the steam pillar,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll point at them,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll point at me,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll nod my head.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, what? Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, so Bohuckle, they start talking to you in their language. Mungojerry, you understand it as they're like, oh, he wants to get steamed. He wants to get steamed real good. And then he like turns to his friend. He's like, "You want to do it, or you want me to do it, or we could do it at the same time."
I push Bohuckle 5 feet in the other direction so you don't get steamed.
Yeah, they're like, "Okay, we'll do it at the same time." And you push Bohuckle out of the path of 2 steam cones
Like
as they
geysers.
as they geyser out of their bodies.
Can I? What is. This is a philosophy question.
Uh huh.
Oh, we
What
haven't had
would be-
philosophy in so long.
What is fog if not cold steam?
Uh huh. Yeah.
True. I stand. Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Perfect. So great. They're gonna put the steam on, and I'm gonna put the steam off, and I'm gonna destroy water. I'm gonna destroy 30 square feet of fog.
Destroy water would for sure work on steam.
Okay, perfect. So they snap it on, and then
Yeah.
I'll snap it off,
Uh huh.
and then I'll point at them, point at where the steam was, and then point at Mungojerry.
They're like, "What the fuck?
I
What
think I'm ready to
happened?
get through to them.
What does this guy
No.
want?" And they like turn. They like discuss among themselves what they think that the pointing means.
Is
I'll-
there any backstory of them being like, we were just coming out here to have our usual steam thing because we're steamy boys and that's who we are. That's what we
We're
do.
the steam boys. We steam them.
like any clues because any clues as to what they are and what they're doing here.
One of them has a. They don't talk about what they're doing out here. They're discussing why their steam and water disappeared. And then they're
Okay.
like trying to get it to work and it seems suppressed for some reason and they're pissed off about that. But one of them does have a tiny, teeny, tiny sheriff badge.
I love it.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Yeah, take me to the sheriff. Yes. I make a little like bow to the one
Uh-huh.
with the teeny tiny badge.
And he's like, "Look at this, actually some fucking respect."
No, you can't do that, Uncle. It might be offensive. Do
No,
this.
actually,
Offer
he liked
gift.
it.
I'll hold out a
For
stick to
gift.
them.
Oh, it's a very
They-
nice stick. He picked
The,
that out
the,
himself.
the one that does not have a sheriff badge reaches out its hand.
I
If you give it the stick,
Yep.
it takes the stick and it feeds it to its firefly.
Who knew fireflies hate wood?
Who knew? Well, we know now. What does the sheriff say anything?
The sheriff is the one leading the investigation.
Well, it seems like they're investigating something. I'm not quite sure what it is.
The
Maybe-
sheriff, I think the
Investigate them.
sheriff turns to his friend and he's like, or his colleague, whatever is happening, and he's like, "All right, we got prime suspect number 1 here. Let's take a picture of him." And the one pulls out a tiny sketch pad and starts drawing Bohuckle.
What is happening? Oh! Well, Bohuckle, they seem very confused. They
So I'll
think that
pose for them.
yes, I mean, you're suspected of doing something. I guess they don't really
They point
understand
at
the whole
you and they
magic
point
thing.
against like a flat tree.
I'll go up to the tree.
Yeah.
To like
Great.
do a bunch of different poses for them
Perfect.
to gauge their reaction, which one they like best.
They like when you stand still with no emotion.
Well, I want to pet the fireflies while they're doing that
Huh.
Okay.
and see what reaction I get from that.
The fireflies are cute. They like scritches.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna befriend a firefly.
Yeah, you can befriend the firefly of the colleague. Not that the sheriff takes his firefly duty very seriously.
Yeah, and I'll compliment the drawings of Bohuckle and be like, "Oh yes, you've really captured the essence. Yes, look at the noble chin. Exactly."
Then he finishes the
Wonderful,
drawing,
wonderful.
and he comes back to his firefly, takes the firefly reins from you, Mungojerry. He gets back on, tucks the drawing away, and they're like, "Well, Steam doesn't work here, but we'll come back on our rounds. Maybe it'll come back."
Have a good night then, lads.
They leave, and they're
Bohuckle,
like,
we've
"Man,
think we've really made
I don't
progress."
understand anything these guys are saying. They're weird." They ride off.
I think we've made great progress. They've taken that picture back just so they can spread word about
They
us.
must communicate through art.
They exactly.
It must be an art-based language.
And they said they make rounds, so they'll be back. We'll be seeing them again, I think.
Oh, maybe they meant circles on the paper.
Oh,
round.
maybe rounds in the round.
Okay.
Well, we don't. I don't. We'll see them again. We don't need to. The others don't really need to know about this. I don't.
Oh,
There's
no.
anything to
I
worry
don't
about.
want to pause it.
Yeah. They should sleep still.
Think back.
I know. Clank back. Just a side quest for the Gallus. Making friends.
Perfect. I think after you two go to bed, waking Ori up for his watch. Ori, you also see these steamy boys riding tiny blue fireflies through the forest. They're flying this time. You see them like pass as you're watching.
Ori, on the other hand, is content to let them live their life. He's learned his lesson not to sort of hit the hornet's nest. So, if something's
Fireflies.
not bothering you and not causing you problems, especially at night when you're traveling, it's usually best to just let it do its thing.
Very good.
But he'll
All right.
make note. It's maybe it's his first time seeing it, so I'll be
It
like,
is. You have never seen anything like this
Forest
before.
always has new surprises for me.
It's quaint.
I feel like Mungojerry dreams a dream of us being like the new diplomatic corps for.
We're anthropologists uncovering this culture.
Yeah, we're just are the new diplomats for Alderheart. It's great.
Perfect. We are gonna go on for real break, and then when we return, we will get to where you're trying to go, the Avium. So we will be right back.
Oh boy, do we have
Finally.
questions for them.
Boy, do we have a lot of hopes and dreams and demands of the Avium.
Okay, we're back. Break was long because we had a long conversation about what liquid would be the best if you ate goldfish crackers like cereal. So chime in on that.
And we came up with many answers, but none of them apparently the right answer.
None satisfactory, no. There were a couple of detours along the way. But we made it to the Avium in the end.
We made it to the Avium in the end. All right, you all are on the road, and you start to approach what you can only assume is the Avium. It looks quite grand and strange. The structure that you see in front of you is there's four gigantic circular stone platforms that float alongside several towers and spires in the air above you. These structures slowly rotate around a leafless and branchless tree trunk made from solid stone. The trunk towers hundreds of feet high, and the orbiting structures appear to connect to stone bridges which jut out from the trunk near its upper level. You see two perch guards in crenellated watch posts above the entryway to this petrified trunk that's near the base of the tree. They greet you as you approach, and moments later, a robed and bespectacled raptor glides down from higher up in the tree to land at your feet. The raptor that flies down is a small person that has kind of like looks like a bald eagle, I guess. And she lands, tells you greetings. My name is Reese Birchwalker. I'm an associate professor here at the Avium. The Council of Alderheart sent word ahead that you were going to be here, so I'm here to greet you and take you to the dean. Would you like a small brief tour as we go as well, or do you want to just go to the dean?
I'd
How
love
long
a
is the tour
tour.
gonna be?
Hmm?
How long is the tour gonna be?
Oh, yeah, I could make it 10 minutes from down here, point at the interesting things, or we can go see everything, and that can take hours.
Oh, well, probably the 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're sort of on another saving mission, so I'm sure
Mhm.
10 minutes won't be much of a
Okay. 10 minutes it is. And so she kind of pulls out a little like teaching stick, extends it, and starts pointing in the sky at different things. She points out the four orbs. And she says, these four orbs, points at them each. She's like, those are the terrarium. They each have different biomes, and they're used for natural research here at the Avium. The fourth one up there is the security building. The three down here are, that one has a little lighthouse and a little like beach. There's one that's like very foresty, and there's one that's like sandy, rocky biome.
Why did they need a forest one if the whole forest is down here?
We can't do controlled research on an open forest.
Well, it's
Why do the rocks in the sandy one have skulls? What's that about?
They just looked like skulls. Somebody carved them like that and said, yes, this fits the vibe.
well, you have one there you could study fire. Like a lot of.
I mean, the sands do replicate the Torch Grove fairly well.
I've seen.
Yeah,
That doesn't look
we'll see about that.
Well, yeah.
I don't see any
Um,
lava snakes in there, but okay.
Oh, wait, did you say that one has a beach in it?
a beach?
A beach?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good thing we have that boat. We have a 25% chance of having a boat.
The beach? It goes
have a
quite deep too.
probability
It
of a
goes to
boat.
the bottom of the sphere.
Wow. That is quite deep.
She points.
And actually,
Uh-huh.
this is a bit of a side note, but if we needed to identify any magic items,
Uh-huh.
who would we talk to?
Well, see, she points to like the center of the tree. She's like, That's the central building. It's kind of like middle bit. There's multiple levels, but that's where we have faculty offices, most lecture halls, a large community dining hall. We have an infirmary there. We have like I don't know. There's a guy who works a desk, and people can give him magic items, and he figures out what they are. So that sounds
The
like what
magic
you
item
need,
guy.
but everything's over there. I can show you where to find him.
Where do you
Sounds
teach the
perfect.
necromancy?
Oh, just in the central. We only teach theoretical necromancy here.
Practical necromancy is banned. And yet it still finds a way.
Do you know someone named Jebediah?
Jebediah. Hmm.
A little prairie dog of a man.
I did. One of the other professors told me about him. I never met him. I'm pretty new here.
Where's the cutting edge slime research taking place?
Do you know someone named?
We're professional slime
Kenna, someone
ranchers.
named Kenna.
Henna.
She's a
Kenna, that's it, yes.
She's a foolish slime researcher. She's
Strig.
just-
Foolish?
she's
She endangers
foolish.
her life for slimes.
Yes.
Kenna's quite bright. I mean, those going out and doing that much field work, that's a lot of work. Kenna's one of my students.
Field work. It's just like the lowest rung of research, is it not?
But Kenna will come back and do data analysis.
Not if she gets stuck in a slime.
Anyway,
It's a
and
real
she points at the
possibility.
floating.
It's a
There's
dangerous
floating
field
towers.
research out there.
There's floating towers out in the distance, and she's like, "We also have the towers. The towers, they have some like small personal libraries and small classrooms. A lot of that is on kind of niche subjects.
One of those
that-
subjects, large fire creatures.
no,
Or small steam
History of large
creatures.
fire creatures.
small steam creatures. I think we have a class on that this semester.
Oh, lovely. Well, I might want to have a chat with the person who's running that because
Perfect.
we might have some cutting edge news and research. So we're making great headway on that front.
A lot of field research.
Very good. Some of the towers also have laboratories. If any of you are interested in potion
Science, you
brewing.
say?
Just for formality's sake, so we all understand. Pointing around. Why are they floating? How are
Why
they
not?
floating?
Magic?
Do they ever not float?
No.
They seem very heavy.
No.
And we're sure that this is all right.
Has it always been like this then?
I mean, it wasn't like this
Who
when it was
built the
created.
Avium? Who is the founder? Whose grand vision is this? I simply must know. Seems a
there-
great
there wa-
story here.
If you would believe it, there was a
I
Corvum named.
might.
There was a Corvum named Bob, and Bob built the Avium.
Bob the Builder.
Well, Bob. Is any relation
Bob
to
the magical builder.
We're sure
any
he was.
relation to Tina or Iggy?
No.
Oh. But Bob still has a very popular name.
We're sure
There
he was
must
a
be a
Corvum
relation.
and not a Luma.
You know, more
Nova.
importantly, maybe, have you heard anything about Oddwald Ebenhard lately?
Oswald. I cannot say that I have.
Cannot or won't not.
Cannot.
Won't not.
Hannah?
Do you know Susan of the school?
Susan of the school, I do know her. And I know of her.
Okay.
She was one of the best potion brewers we had come through here.
She
You know-
makes a mean pie.
About 2 months ago, we sent an ember bat in a cauldron out here. Did you get that? Did you do anything with it? Is it still alive? Can we visit?
We actually, yeah, we released it into the sand.
Do we
pile
have
terrarium.
visitation rights?
So you could go visit it. We pit tagged it. You can go track it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I would like to check on its quality of life.
Of course. And anyway, she's like
It
near the
does-
base of the tree. She points underneath you. You're like, that's the lower library. The lower library is where we store all of the dangerous and rare books. Only a few special guest researchers and then faculty like myself have access to the lower library. We also have the smaller libraries that are scattered throughout.
Why would you
Okay,
put
but
that
what-
on the ground floor where it's easiest to get to?
It's not on the. It's underneath us.
That seems less secure than up high.
Why?
It's not floating, at least.
Never mind.
Are you gonna dig through the ground?
No, we will
We might.
definitely need to visit that forbidden
Yes,
place.
Oh,
we
yes.
most certainly. We will be visiting.
Can we
the
raise
local
that to the
library.
top of the to-do list?
We can have the dean meet us down there.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk to the dean. I'm sure he will be happy to supply you with the badges that you need.
I'm sure he will be.
And she's like, and that's all the highlights. We will be going to the dean's office at the very top of the Avium. Follow me.
Good thing that we have that written for you
I
now.
like clutch Bohuckle's hand. It's like, great, Grad. I can do it.
So she leads you onto a circular platform, utters an incantation, and the entire stone disc that's not that big. It's like maybe 20 feet in diameter.
I'm gonna grab Mungojerry's face and look at me, Uncle. Look at my eyes. My eyes are on the ground. We're grounded. There's no that wind. It's just the wind. It's not the air rushing by you as we go hundreds of feet into the air.
The
This is
disc,
right.
the
This
disc
small ring keeps
rises
me
from the
safe.
ground and propels all of you upward through the tree trunk. You can see a few windows like zip by pretty quickly, that show you glimpse of the wood and just how high up you are. And the platform stops maybe 3/4 of the way up the structure, and you find yourself in an area next to a busy atrium. She continues past the atrium, and you all follow her, and you arrive in a round stone office, which is surrounded on all sides by windows through which several spires and large circular terrariums can be observed slowly floating by. The many tables inside the office are filled with disorganized piles of books, and the desk is in a similar state of order. A sable Luma peeks up from over the books and says, "Oh, please excuse me. I'm reviewing a few hundred theses for my students. Excellent work, but one does tend to lose track of time. I am terribly sorry." And you see this little guy. He's really cute. Let me show
us
you
the
him.
cutie. Show us the
He's-
cute one.
He is a cute.
His name's Gabe.
His
It's
name is
The
Gabe.
Gabe Wentworth.
majestic ruffle. Neck
So
ruffle.
majestic.
Yeah, are those his feathers or are those
Yeah,
attached
those
to
are
the
his
cloak?
feathers.
So he's actively styled his hair like that.
It's
Well,
the
the
feathers
rings
of
was
his
a choice.
enemies.
So he apologizes and he starts like shuffling papers and books around on his desk, but doesn't really make him very much of a change. But he like moves things. And then he gets up and comes over to each of you and is like, "Gabe Winsworth, pleasure to meet you," and shakes your hand. Like each of you individually does introductions.
A pleasure.
He's like, and then yeah, after he introduces himself to each of you and gets your names, he stands back and he's like, "Welcome to welcome to the Avium. My pleasure to have you. I know Alderheart sent word ahead, as you probably heard. So we were expecting you. We've got dorms set up. And we've got these." And he like opens one of his drawers. It's like just a junk drawer. Shuffles through. He pulls out like 4 little badge things. And he hands each of you a badge, and he's like, "Those will work to get into your dorm, and then they'll also work from the hours of 10 to 4:30 every day, a weekday to get into the lower library, but otherwise it's off limits."
Why would it be off limit? They're
Yeah,
just
what
books. They don't need
happens?
to sleep.
Well, we have a
Or do
librarian
they?
down there, and he can help you. Um, we have a lot of books and folios and manuscripts collected from everywhere, but some of the books are a little dangerous, deadly. So he works those hours, and he can show you where the good books are and where the
We're
books
gonna need
not
access
good
to
are.
all of the books.
You can. He will just tell you, if you open this book, you will die. You can still have access.
Why would you have those kinds of books around? What kind of nonsense school is that's not safe? But you can still die between the hours of 4 and 10, or whatever it is you said.
Yeah, but you can't get into the library at those times.
And I don't really understand what the danger is. Do they bite? Is it severe paper cuts? What? It's a book.
We don't actually know because everybody who's opened it has died.
Well, how have they died? What is the cause of
What if
mortality?
it's just been a coincidence?
One guy
See-
opened a book one time, had a heart attack, and died, and now you assume the book is cursed? No.
Would you open
Rutherford,
that
we'll
book?
put you in first to open it. We'll sign you up first.
Anyway, he will just show you what are so-called advanced materials and what are safe, and you can make that decision for yourself. I will need you to sign this waiver, and he pulls out 4 pieces of paper.
I'll grab his paper and sign it. I've been meaning to talk to you about your professional development courses at this university.
Oh
seem
Lord,
to be
you've done
lacking.
it now.
They just don't seem to be very good. We've met 50% of the people that we've met that have gone to this school have been awful. Those 50% are now dead, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
No,
But it doesn't seem
one
to be
is
very
dead
good.
and one suffered politically.
What are you gonna say to that? I bet you that you approve their theses.
Well, I read a theses of my students. I do not read theses of every student who comes through. But who are these people?
One of them is Jebediah. He's like a little groundhog.
Hmm.
The other's Walden Crane. I believe he's a waterfowl.
He ran afoul of us, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
He has long legs. You know.
I think it was a Corvum.
He was a Corvum. Definitely a Corvum.
Well, his last name is eating then.
It's like, well, I have not been dean of the Avium for forever either. We did have a troubling spell a few years back where the old dean had professors, and the dean were a little corrupt, and then it came out that they were all being like mind controlled by a necromancer, and it was all very
Details.
And this school
details,
wasn't shut
please,
down?
Please, details. Who was the
well,
necromancer?
the school was shut down for a time, but now I've taken over and everything is fine.
I haven't done anything about the Scorched Grove. We've had all this time. This is not more important than your little papers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're getting off the main subject, which is mainly that there's a big old fiery man living in the Scorched Grove trying to kill us all,
Yes, I heard about this.
and we need to know a little
You
bit more
haven't done
about that.
anything about it.
Well, what are we supposed to do? I don't know what this is.
You don't have any idea at all.
So send somebody to look at him.
I
And a
mean,
bunch
Where's your
little
sense
sanders.
of scientific
Crickets is
research?
roasted out there.
he like leans in and he's like, "Well, don't tell Reese." But field work is looked down upon here at Avium.
Well,
She
You're not one of the sciences. What are you talking about?
she tries to keep it alive, but we all like to, we have the terrariums for that kind of thing.
where are you going to keep a giant fire mountain elemental demon in a terrarium? No,
We're not.
You're not learning everything you should about the world.
Gabe.
Well, you elected.
You sit here
How did
in
you
your
get your
literal
authority?
ivory tower, and you look down upon the world around you.
All right. Well, these badges will also get you complimentary meals on the house because
That's what complimentary means.
Toodaloo! And he like makes a gesture, and the stone that you were all standing on just starts to move out.
I mean, I could assassinate him. Yes, is he
Well,
worth keeping around?
He is quite cute, but yeah, he's somehow also annoying.
Well,
How
soon
does-
we'll
how
prove
does this
he's
work?
also mind controlled.
It's
Then
probably true.
How
the
does this work?
assassinations will be necessary.
It's like if the platform is moving, can I just step off of it simply?
Yeah.
Are there doors?
There's like, yeah, so you're in a circular office.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You were all standing on what you didn't know was a platform,
Oh,
but
okay.
now you do because it's moving.
Yep.
It's like raised up out of the ground an inch or two, and now is moving back out the door.
Okay.
And another piece of stone underneath it takes its place.
People does he kick out of his office?
I have a
It's a
feeling this is a
frequent
regular
problem.
thing.
I'm gonna step off and just go back
Uh-huh.
up to him. But out of earshot of these three.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Gabe. Professor Gabe.
Yes,
Whatever.
Bohuckle. Dean Gabe to you, yeah.
Dean Gabe. If someone were to have a powerful artifact that they want some input on,
Uh-huh.
who would they talk to here?
Well, there's this guy that works down in the common areas. He can identify things for you. If
Okay.
you already know what it is, you could show me and I could take a look. Or we have
I'm
professors,
Possibly familiar.
like enchantment specialty professors, that make magic items, and they might be able to help you if it's like a cursed item or something like that.
Well, first, can you identify? Is that something you can do?
Oh, of course. You don't get raised to dean of the Avium without
Feathers
having
like these.
identify.
Well, while we're here, do you just want to identify something for me right now?
Sure.
A lot of paper. Not really, but- Are these?
I hope those
irreplaceable?
CCs aren't important.
Are
I
these
don't think these are
irreplaceable? Yes.
important.
Do we need to go to somewhere safe?
We should probably let's plan to meet in the water dome,
Okay.
or sand dome. Really, any dome that's not the forest dome
Security dome.
would
Yeah.
also be acceptable. I'll let
Let's
you
meet
pick.
in the security dome tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, see you there, and then I'll stand on the next platform.
He says,
Yeah,
"Toodaloo,"
definitely.
and pushes.
I'm ready to leave now.
I'll meet you all outside.
Outside. I don't know where we're going. Where is
do
this
you
disc
want
taking
Outside-
us?
outside the
Where,
room, yeah.
where's this ride taking us?
The ride just takes you back out to where the auditorium is.
In our little dorms, we have keys. We have badges, and
Yep, you have
Our
badges.
dorms.
You
Or
can
where?
see the like amulet badges that he's given you. There's various points throughout the tree that require like security access, and your amulets will work on some of those, not all.
What
Like they
time is
won't
it?
work on lower library outside of hours, but you can
Oh
pretty
my
much
God.
get most places.
What time is it presently?
Afternoon.
What's the general vibe? Are there like students scurrying around? How many
Mhm.
people are there? Is
Lots.
it happy? Are we happy little students going to magic school, or are we stressed students? What's the emotional tenor here?
Some are happy, some are stressed. You like, I don't know, you see as you're standing waiting for Bohuckle, one of the in the auditorium, like a class gets in session, and it looks like they start handing out like exams and stuff, and students start pulling out like wands and staves, and some of them look really stressed, and some of them look like they're not worried about it at all. It's like standard,
Mhm.
academy.
But it's not like something's
University.
deeply wrong here.
No.
Okay. Off of first glance, nothing
Off
seems.
of first glance, nothing seems horribly wrong.
Yeah, can I make an insight roll for Gabe and see if there's anything that was like peculiar about him? Did he just seem like a quirky, weird guy, or was there something going on? Seven.
He is a quirky, weird guy.
All right.
What a quirky, weird guy.
As simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should go to this forbidden library straight away.
Yeah, you probably have a couple hours to spend in
Yeah.
the library before it closes if you want.
Sure.
Take me there.
You all make your way to the
He
library.
says that to the platform.
It doesn't.
Does not take you so You have to
Just
say,
give it. I give it like a little tap.
You know, he's like an old person with technology, except he's a Mungojerry with magic, and he's like, "Take me there, go."
You use magic.
It's not the same. This is academic magic. It's very different.
Very different.
Charisma magic versus intelligence magic.
Yeah.
The library is under the tree's stone roots. So it takes you a little trek, and you figure out how to use the little elevator that Reese took you up on. And you go down, and then once the elevator reaches the down, there's like a spiral staircase that goes further down. And as you reach the bottom of that staircase, you emerge into a room filled with rows upon rows of large stone shelves, each containing several hundred books. Magical braziers illuminate this area, but their light strains to reach every nook between the large bookshelves. There's a swift Strig that sits reading behind a desk at the center of the room, and as you approach, he puts down his book and eyes you curiously and addresses you as the Defenders of Alderheart. He greets you. They're like, Defenders of Alderheart, welcome to the lower library of the Avium. I'm sure we will have everything that you want to find.
One can only hope.
I certainly hope
Oh,
so.
Mordain.
Look at this, the cute little cute Mordain.
Those just seem like impractical glasses.
He's so proper.
He's
needs to
so
read things
regal.
this close to his face.
He has to literally be cross-eyed to use them.
This is so cute.
I don't think owls can move their eyes, can they?
No.
So he can never use them.
They're purely
They're for fashion only. Yeah.
Face
They're
furniture.
quite fashionable.
He introduces himself. He says, I am Mordain Swiftgale. And per Dean Winsworth, I am to help you find whatever you need, so ask away.
Great.
Well, the most
Grand.
pressing question is, little steam men.
Little steam men. Mm-hmm.
They make steam.
They are
They don't-
steam.
They don't speak our language. They're quite their vocabulary seems quite
Vulgar.
vulgar to say the least.
We do have quite a few books on elemental creatures. He like goes to a big tome and starts flipping through it and writing down like locations of books.
Speaking of elemental creatures, while you're flipping through there, fire elementals,
Mhm.
earthen
The aspect
monsters.
of fire. I feel like the aspect of fire was something somebody mentioned.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah,
in the
folk
book well
tales.
about.
Folk tales or histories.
Or actual research too. Yes.
Well,
Actual research here.
I don't think there's much actual research, but
They don't leave this tower. Or if they do, they get stuck in slime caves.
I get the feeling this is the type of place, if you don't tell them exactly what you want, they won't give it to you. Because they'll say, you didn't ask about this. So let's just try and cover all our bases, you know?
Or then bring us every reference to fire you have.
That is a big ask. That will take you years and years to read through.
But we don't have you. More
No,
than-
you don't. And he's like, but I can bring you everything I have on fire elementals. That sounds good. Big ones, small ones, both?
Specifically
Big.
large ones.
Okay,
specifically-
large,
leave out
unless you
large-
have one on snake fire elementals.
large
That's
fire,
Earthquake,
small
that's another
steam,
keyword.
large
fire,
snake.
medium snake.
Is our Mordain search engine?
Can we just Boolean
Put a
search
comma in between
for-
certain words. Yeah.
All right.
Large
Anything else?
and fire and elemental. Not small.
Mhm.
Is one search. Small and steam. Not fire, not large. Seconds.
Hmm.
What was the last? And then everything on snakes.
So he gives you lists for everything you ask for. The list on everything on snakes he is continuing to compile when the library closes, and he says he thinks he'll get it to you in the next 4 days. The list
I don't need everything on snakes, Mordane. It was fire snakes
Mordane,
specifically.
that was just a test. You did great.
You passed.
Forget about the snakes.
This was a point of an audit.
We
you
had our
done-
clipboards. You get a check for snakes.
The fire large elemental is a pretty narrow field of study. He gives you a list of books that you think will take 2 days to get through.
Okay.
And then small steam, there's not that much information, and that's like a 1-day research project.
What about origin of the Scorched Grove?
The Scorched Grove. Okay.
Origin, specifically.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly, yes.
That is 3 days of research.
For
Well,
him to find it,
Specifically
or
the
for us to
origin of the
read what
Scorched
he has written?
Grove.
Is that for us
Yeah,
to
for
get
us
through his
to find
list?
it.
To get through his list and learn everything you can.
Of all of us working together, or can we divide and conquer?
You can
Oh,
divide
I
and
don't
conquer.
know. Ori's looking very bewildered.
Oh, yes, simply, you could be alone in here. You'd love it.
What? I don't want to be alone in here. I'd rather be outside in the forest. I mean, those biomes seemed interesting, but I was never much of a bookworm. Bookbird. Early bird gets the bookworm, and I never understood that phrase. I'd rather take a
Probably 'cause
worm and
you've
go
said it
fishing.
wrong your whole life.
You're a bird. Why don't
Well-
you just eat the worm? Why are you using it for a fish?
I don't. I'm sorry. Do you think strigs eat worms? That's
You're-
extremely insensitive and wrong.
Mordane, I know we're a lot to handle all at once, but trust me, this is just normal everyday behavior for us. So
Uh-huh.
let me get this straight, Mordane. Okay, so 3 days for one of us to do this task.
Yes.
Okay, so one could do the origin of the Scorched Grove. One could look at steam creatures, and the other could look at lava aspects of fire. large.
Correct.
Okay, great. Great. Is there any way we could shorten that 3-day window for
Have anyone who
the
can
Scorched
help
Grove?
us?
Yeah,
You know, like library technicians.
research assistant.
I mean,
You
you
know,
could
we do know Kenna. She owes us her life after all.
Kenna is not here. You could go try to pay a student. They might help you.
Hey, we're on the payroll of Alderheart, I might. So you should probably
We're the
find
we-
something to do
defenders
it.
of
We can
Alderheart.
deputize. I think we should
Yeah,
deputize.
yeah.
students.
So I look, are
Just
there
a
any
great idea,
students in
Mordane.
here?
Who's the best researcher in the school? Tell me who's the best, and the fastest and the most precise.
Now, students specifically do not get access to the lower library unless they have like.
A teacher.
Unless they've been deputized.
I
Unless they've been
slam down my
deputized.
badge and say, "Listen here, Mordane. We'll let whoever we want to read these books read these damn books."
Yes,
There's a
yes.
couple of professors like around. There's like little reading nooks, and you can see
Oh,
them
in
reading.
the
Hey,
in the place.
you! And I'll point at one of them.
What?
Can you read?
Yes.
But great. I'm commandeering your eyes. Get over here.
You cannot.
I am on the authority of Alderheart.
An Alderheart is not the Avium.
They oversee the Avium.
No.
Yes.
No.
Are you a law professor? I don't think so.
He holds up his law book.
It's alright,
The
we didn't want
magical
him
law
anyway. We wanted an
professor?
elemental
Fine,
professor.
we don't want you.
Too
Who's the
pedantic.
elemental professor?
I'll
Mordane,
toss
who
another
studies
professor.
elementals in this place? Who
Oh,
teaches
loads
elemental
of people. There's an elementals.
department? There's a whole department. Oh, is that what I'm hearing you say here?
Yes,
Oh, well, what floor are they on and where can I find them?
they're in tower number 4.
Tower number 4. Excellent. Well, I would say proceed with all of those topics, Mordain, and we will be back with a whole department at our disposal.
Get pulling, sir.
He looks over his tiny spectacles at you and is like, "Good luck with that."
Oh, I won't need it. Well, thank you. And Mordain, I think you'll actually help us read too.
I will not.
Yes,
you have
will.
eyes. Those little, little
Yeah, you have-
spectacles.
Would you
Cute
believe it?
little
I can't read.
Oh, how did you look at that book then just now?
That is the greatest mystery of all time.
It's really not. It's quite simple. You're just lying to us. It's hardly a mystery at all, even.
Rutherford says to the camera.
He's like, "Oh, would you look at that?" And he looks at his watch that doesn't exist. He's like, "It's 4:30, so the library is closing."
Great. Love that for us. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Expect a crowd.
We'll bring
if we
food
push-
and drink.
Maybe push together a few tables, make an emergency desk situation, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
that's
have
good.
these lists for you tomorrow, and I will look forward to seeing your
10
progress.
o'clock sharp. First thing in the morning.
Bye.
Goodbye. You know, I'm getting the sense that these Avium people, it's like herding cats.
They do not want to help.
They really don't. It's almost like they don't believe a giant fire demon is coming to destroy their world or something.
It's like they don't believe in forest warming.
It's almost like they don't believe in the world outside the Avium.
Ugh.
Great. Well, I think I know where I want to go, which is Tower blah 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 with the elemental research.
Tower 4, yeah.
Elemental
4.
Research Department.
Mm-hmm. I look at my little stone platform and I go, elemental research.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so how do we get to one of these buildings that are not connected?
Good question.
I think you just
I
fly.
Well,
ask
some of us
out
have
loud to the
wings.
atrium, I guess.
I think. Have we seen a single person who's not a bird student?
We know there was a prairie dog at one point.
There was a prairie
Oh,
dog
there
at
was
one
a prairie
point,
dog at one
but it is mostly bird folk.
Well, this is somewhat of a problem, I suspect. And okay, so have I ever actually seen a bird folk fly, or do they just glide?
No, they just glide,
Yeah. Okay.
and they
so,
can like jump pretty high.
Sure, so you can get down, but you can't get up. So there
You
is
can
still
get
a
up a
way.
But you
little
can
bit.
use platforms to get up, and then you just go down to the
Mhm.
where you need to go. This is common bird folk practice.
Yeah.
I'm asking the DM as a player, not.
We'll just
wow.
toss you. We'll just toss you up one.
Just one big toss. Just
You'll have to find out how to get to the towers.
I loudly proclaim in the atrium, yes! How would a Vulpin get to one of the towers without the ability to fly? Anyone? Any help? Anyone? You, nerd. You? Anyone? Does my commanding presence get anything?
No, people seem to not want to interact with you.
I will grab one of them by the scruff
Uh-huh.
of their robe. Hey, nerd!
Let
Yeah,
go of
the-
me. Let go of me, you little hillbilly.
Who is? How
You
old is
bitty-
this person? How old is this person? And
Yeah, how
what
old is this
insult has
person?
he just rendered to the Gallus?
He's another Luma. Pretty small little guy. Definitely nerd. I don't know, like
These Lumas are scrappy for being so small.
equivalent of early 20s.
The defenders of Alderheart. We've saved the whole city, and we fought a giant elemental, and we've killed a giant snake that could crush you by looking at you. And you're just a tiny little Luma who's probably never left this whole tower. So how about you tell my friend here how to get to that tower? And I'll wave my finger in his face and say, this finger exploded someone's head not but 2 days ago. So, answer
Not
his
but
question.
2 days ago I saw it. It wasn't pretty sight.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
I'm excited for this.
A 2
That's a 2.
and a 1.
That's a 2.
Fantastic. That's really good.
Oh.
He-
Wow.
He looks at you and he's like, I believe you exploded somebody's head, but you do not want to know the things that I did in class today. So I will say once again, toodaloo. And as he like reaches his hand, you get pulled away from him.
What are these malicious toodaloos?
It's starting to think that Toodaloos are all part of this cult business.
And he
Dude,
huffs
I
on
kiss
his
face.
way.
I would like to find a non-Luma,
Uh-huh.
preferably
Yeah,
like
there's
a
plenty.
raptor. Maybe we haven't
Uh-huh.
run into one of them yet that's been unhelpful, and
Too-
just politely
toodly.
ask them, "Hi, how can I, obviously a Vulpin, get to one
Uh-huh.
of the upper towers?"
Uh-huh. Well,
Very politely.
the
and
towers,
kindly.
you can either wait for them to come close and then you can jump, but I don't know if I would recommend that. That seems like a danger.
Mhm.
Or there's some people in the main area. You were the defenders of Alderheart. You should be able to convince them to let you use the teleporter room.
Oh.
Or if you could find someone, I mean that's kind of expensive, but if if you have their favor, then that sounds fine. And then you should be able to find people who can cast Dimension Door, and they could take you too.
What about a
Wait,
quick fly spell?
Fly also would work.
Can you do that?
Can I do that? No.
Who can do that?
Maybe other people. I don't study.
Names.
I don't study magic.
Okay,
What is
it sounds
this
like there's
place?
a
What?
department of teleportation and ways. So maybe we can go
Unfortunately,
there.
it's in one of the floating towers.
It is quite
It's in Tower
unfortunate.
3.
Oh, just my luck.
Rutherford, if you really need it, you can have my ring. I think I might be okay without it.
Mungo, I genuinely, I do appreciate the offer, but
His knees are shaking as he's giving
you just keep that, all right?
We can both hold it together. Maybe it'll.
I don't think that'll work, because
Don't worry, Rutherford. I'll carry you in
fine,
my
it's fine.
talons, and we'll go flying through the sky as we were meant to do.
No.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a very bad idea.
Um,
Your bones are very thin and hollow.
Yes, but I'm strong.
How many people are there about?
Less and less. I mean, the day is wrapping up, and
Yeah, I mean,
you're kind of
As
scaring
they
them
avoid
away.
us like the plague.
Yeah.
Can we go to like the mess hall? I was promised a complimentary meal.
There is a
Um,
complimentary meal.
I would like to go to there. I would like to follow my nose.
Complimentary for free.
Complimentary for free, which almost feels like they should pay me for the meal.
The exquisite taste buds of Mungojerry. Leaving a Michelin star for
Exactly.
the Avium mess hall.
Yeah, there's
It's a 10.
near where you are in the central building. There's a large communal dining hall, and that's where the complimentary meal is. You can you badge in at the start of the line, and then you get your little like cafeteria tray, and you go through and you get the food. And they have like a little salad, a little main course, and they have vegetarian options for the herbivores, and they have like a little
Big bucket
dessert
of
after.
worms.
Yeah.
All right, and so do we see while we're there? Are there any humble folk in the cafeteria?
Few, and like maybe 80-20.
Okay,
Oh,
I
that's
would like to
significant.
find the most downtrodden of the humble folk. The one
It's right
who
here.
looks. The one. I'm not of our own party. I would like to find the one that looks, I don't know, the least like they've drunk the Kool-Aid. I
Okay.
guess that's what I mean by downtrodden.
Oh, that's not the way I
Most
would have interpreted that at all.
discontent?
Yeah.
You find a bean
Hmm.
who is like sitting next to some servant and a hedge and a couple other bird folk. And she they're her friends and they're like all chatting and she's like interacting with them but seems distracted and is like fidgeting a little bit too.
Great. I'm assuming that there's an empty chair next to her, and if there isn't, I will pull up a chair.
Mm-hmm.
She's
pull
a
up a chair.
secret necromancer.
Pull up a chair. What a lovely day. Nice to meet you. I'm Mungojerry. What's your name be?
Oh, I'm Amanda Merriweather.
Oh, Amanda Merriweather. Where are you from then, Amanda?
Oh, I'm from Alderheart.
Well, we just came from there. What part of the tree were you on?
Oh, the top part.
Oh my goodness. Well, would you believe it? I was too scared to go up to the top part. They had to put my feet in dirt before I could go all the way up on those great big spiders.
That's weird.
It's true. Old Mungo's not without his quirks. But yeah, have you heard anything about us?
But I mean, you're the defenders of Alderheart.
That's true. That's true. It's a recent title. It's we're getting used to it. It does
You're
seem like it
looking
helps us.
into a rock fire monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody know about that? I feel like that should not be common knowledge.
There was a public announcement, but it's okay because earlier today they did another public announcement and they said Alderheart sent more messages about the aspect of fire and said that it is no longer moving in the Scorched Grove, it's staying there, so we're not in danger.
Who does
That's
these
very
announcements?
presumptive.
Who
what?
Tell me, Amanda. You're so helpful. Now, darling, who gives these announcements then? Who sends them out? Is that something Gabe does?
No, Gabe doesn't. That would be below Gabe.
Oh, would it be below Gabe? Would it?
I mean, it's just like the radio station does it.
Oh, the radio station.
It's a
Excellent.
student-led group.
Oh, the student radio. I love that.
And
for
who does the programming for that? Do you know? Is there somebody we can talk to?
This is students.
Who's the president of the club? You know.
Well, that's my boyfriend is.
Your boyfriend? Oh,
Yeah,
well.
my boyfriend. You would like him. He's really.
Would I?
He's really nice.
I bet you have great taste.
Yeah. His name's Figgery Figgins.
Figgery Figgins. Oh, what a distinguished name. I can see him already before my eyes.
But he's applied for sick leave right now, and I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know what's happening with him.
Oh, well, where would he have gone for sick leave? Is he just in his dorm then? Or did he go back home? How does that work here?
I think he's in his dorm.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be hard to check up on him then.
We'll just go visit.
I don't know. And we have very strict dormitory visits, and if he's on medical leave, then I'm not allowed.
Oh, well,
Might
darling,
be
you know who
contagious.
can go? Old Mungo we can go and check on him for you. What's the name? Where is he staying? What's his dorm? These little badgy things we have, they let us in anywhere.
He's in. I don't know if that's true, but he's in the first year dorms. Or
Don't
he should
worry about
be,
it.
And his door will have his name on it.
Figgery Figgins, and what manner of man is he?
He's a gerbine.
He's a Jarbean. All right, easily enough. Well, we'll find him. Now, Amanda, can you tell me anything about how you two get around to the towers? Because my fine friend here, Rutherford, would love to get to a tower on his own, and as you can see, he does not have wings. And I, even though I have wings, don't like to use them.
Well, the towers are more for like specialty studying, and we're first
Yeah.
year, so we haven't specialized yet. So we don't have
Yeah.
to go to the towers. And by the time we need to go to the towers, we'll either have enough research funding to use the teleporter room, or we'll be able to actually cast spells.
All right. Well, if you needed to get to there, who would you go to cast a spell to get you over to one?
Well, I'm saying I could cast the spell, maybe
You could do it, maybe. Well, aren't you
not
the
right
person to
now,
know?
just in
Not right
like
now.
in 3 years when I'm there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so someone 3 years older than you would be able to do it then, is what I'm hearing.
Maybe if they study magic.
If they studied magic, and you would know
I
if
thought
they
everyone
studied
studied
how.
magic in this damn school.
Everybody does not study magic here. People study lots of things.
Someone studied law.
Well, how do we tell who studies magic or not, Amanda? As you can tell, we're such neophytes when it comes to this whole Avium thing. So
I mean, you
how do you
really
know who
can't.
studies magic?
Okay, you met Reese Birchwalker earlier. Do you
did,
think she
yeah.
studies magic?
I have no idea. She does field work, which is apparently a big no-no.
I wouldn't go. Wouldn't say that. But Reese does not study magic.
Mm.
Dean
But
Winsworth does
I
study
thought she
magic.
made the platform move.
Yes, with her
Was
amulet.
that not magic? Ah, with her amulet. Okay, all right. And how much does it cost to use the transporter room?
The teleporter room?
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, the teleporter room. You have to forgive an old Gallus like me. So forgetful.
Teleport
You can get one
doesn't
of those
have
amulets.
only the teleporter room is 200 gold per transport round trip.
Oh, and who does that money go to?
For just research.
Research. I
It
see.
goes to the research fund, and that you can
Mm.
apply. There's an upcoming funding that I'm going to apply for.
Oh, well, you should. I can tell that you're a bright young Jerbine and you have a great career ahead of you. And
I
while
want
we're
to study giant frogs, and that will be very exciting.
We have first-hand experience with giant frogs.
in fact,
Though we
I've been
have
inside of
limited the
one.
amount of frogs you can research.
Well, okay, Amanda, final question for you, and you've been such a help. If I wanted to meet with the elemental department in Tower 4,
Uh-huh.
how many people? What do you know anybody in that department and what they're like? How many
No,
people there are?
I've been here for 2 weeks.
Oh, well, you know so much for being here for 2 weeks.
Thank you. I really tried to study and be good,
I
but
can tell that. And Figgery, how long has he been here?
Figgery's been here for 8 months. He's been here a little
8
bit long.
months? Oh
Yeah.
well, do you know? This is I'm so delighted and excited to talk to Figgery. Is Figgery studying magic?
Young love strikes fast. 2 weeks, 8 months.
Would
No,
you
Fig-
believe
First
it?
year.
He's been studying
Figgery would
necromancy
like to
and
study magic, but presently he just has a club.
Oh, yeah, and what club?
Like
Informing the
not
whole school.
not like a radio club, but like a club.
Oh, a martial expert.
That's something else I can get behind too. Great. That is going to be all of Mungojerry's line of questioning
Perfect.
for now. Anybody else? Oh, and I'll be like, introduce me to your friends, and
yeah.
have small talk or whatever. And just I guess if I could do a roll just for like general norms of the school, like what if there's like, I don't know, they give me the hot goss about the professors or whatever. That's probably what I want.
Sure. Make a persuasion check.
Sure. Oh my goodness. Well, even though you guys are all, new freshmen here, you have the. I can tell you have keen eyes and keen ears. Tell me, who's the best professor? I'll just kind of chat up like that and see what they can say. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of want like the dynamics between the professors, if there's like groups or anything like that. 27.
Nice. 27's really good. The professors hang out in like
Perfect.
their departments, but there's not right like like colleagues would, but there's not. The students don't seem to think that there's like weird cliques.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's not like a difference of opinion about like how to deal with Alderheart, or like a difference. They're not like, don't listen to what you hear on the radio, or you shouldn't be afraid, or anything like that.
no, no. The
Okay.
general consensus is that the aspect of fire is like not a
It is
threat.
it is an aspect of fire and is contained essentially.
That's what they've been calling it because that's what Alderheart, that one person
Call
on
it.
the council, called it, and then everybody thought it sounded
Yeah.
cool. So you then don't know.
They
Whatever.
started a trend.
Yep.
Great. Could be fake news. And okay, then I'll say, if that's the case, is there anything, can I get a sense of like what the professors, if they're all kind of united, or if they're all kind of like, what are they encouraging students to do? Like study and stay in the Avium, or like
It's pretty
only
much study and stay in the Avium.
like don't go
Don't
outside.
get distracted. Yeah. It's not don't go outside. It's
Yeah.
just
Field work is bad.
the field work isn't bad. It's just looked down upon by some.
Okay, but it's not like I
It's
don't
not
know,
forbidden
yeah, it's not like an intentional
or
thing that is being
discouraged.
promoted. Yeah, okay.
Um the students do start talking. They're all first years. So, whatever. But what they're talking about pretty excitedly is there's allegedly some drama about things happening in the lower library. Weird things. Like, they overheard a professor complaining that they couldn't find information in their book because some pages were torn out. And there's some servitor skeletons down there that can, like, fetch books for you and stuff. And they said, like, some of those have been malfunctioning. And this is kind of weird. And they're, like,
Theoretical
telling
necromancy my ass.
Yeah, servitor skeleton, suspicious.
They're telling like spooky ghost stories about things, like it's weird noises coming from the stacks and how like the lower library is haunted.
We need to
and, like,
we need Forbidden Library at Night experience, haunted house experience. is
Don't
what
worry,
this
I
seems
already
like.
have a plan.
Great.
Been cooking this one for a minute.
Okay,
yeah,
before
but none
we
of
go
them actually have access to the lower library. This is all stuff that they've heard and like.
Yeah, it's grown because no one can actually go there and see it for themselves. Great. Love that. Love Amanda. Wish her the best. Blessings of old Mungo upon her. I do promise and intend to visit Figgery.
Yep. So she wants you to report back on how he is if you
Yeah.
are able to get in. They have very
I will
like
do that.
the dorms are like split by gender. So
does she have a note she wants to pass on to him?
Yeah, she
Mungo
says
is a
if you're
promoter of young
offering,
love.
she will write a
Yes.
love note tonight and get it to you in the morning.
Oh yeah, exactly. That sounds perfect. Mungo is here to set them up as one true loves.
Perfect. Anything else before we wrap for the night?
That's it.
Okay.
No.
Seems like everybody's kind of already left their study areas and their towers and everybody's dispersed back to dorms. So,
Cool.
Rutherford wants to keep an eye out for sort of the layout of the whole place as we're moving around. Is there anything that's like oh, that's weird. It felt like we skipped a floor. Or, that painting looks suspiciously like a secret door. Like, kind of just watch out for physical discrepancies in the layout of the place.
Make an investigation check.
23.
Ooh. Yes, you do put together like a jigsaw puzzle of the building in your head, and there are like empty pieces that are not filled.
All right. I'm making notes of those mentally and like trying to figure out how one could get to that space.
Yep. And there are, I would not. It's not like more than half of the avium is this, but it is like a substantial. And it's not like there's one big chunk. It's like a lot of little chunks.
Right. Everybody has a secret little hideaway. Okay. Dastardly places to form devious plots.
So true.
So true. Okay, we will pick up here next time. We can start with a fresh day at the avium, and you all can explore to your heart's content.
I don't know if the avium is ready. Like, I feel like
they're not.
the avium. I feel like the avium thinks that they're ready, and they're just really absolutely not ready at all.
Well, you know, what they don't know can't hurt them yet.
That's true.
Yet.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on this fun adventure with Steamy Boys. We will be back in 2 weeks, probably, because I think I will be out of town next week. And we will pick back up with Dean Winsworth and identification of magic rock and Figgery Figgins and all things exciting.
Oh, Figgery Figgins.
Figgery
My new
Figgins!
favorite character, the Gerbine Figgery Figgins,
Hey, we don't like
president
him.
of the radio club.
Spreading rumors about us.
Well, we're gonna silence him.
I know, but he
But-
got silenced. He got
We're gonna
silenced.
censor him, but
He's clearly
might-
been killed and he's on sick leave, and somebody has
He's
taken
now a
over his
skeleton
role.
servitor.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I might be roaming around as Figgery Figgins in disguise.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
I want to be
Thanks.
Gerbine of the month.
Servant of the month. Just do servant of the month is next. Just keep rotating through the
I'm
mammals.
gonna rotate it. It's gotta be new.
Yep.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Funky fresh.
Lumas though, they're low on my list right now. Gotta
Yeah. Oh
say.
my god. Why are they? They're pigeons. Why are they so pretentious? I don't understand. You are literal sky rats.
Sally Ingenhoff is the only good Luma. I changed my mind.
Bob. I think Bob's a Luma.
Oh, Bob is
Bob's
a
a
Luma.
Luma. There's
Yeah,
lots of
except
good Lumas.
Bob had 7 children and then abandoned them.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
maybe he's not very high on the
That's
list.
true. Fair.
Right. Thanks for joining us
Bye,
for our
guys.
chaos. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
everyone.
bye.